Welcome back to Tag 'em and Bag 'em, everybody. I'm Jay, and always with me, Miss Jackie, on this lovely, lovely day. And today, we've got this guy just poking himself around anywhere he can, sticking himself everywhere. That's what he does.
That's what dicks do.
That's what dicks do.
Unsolicited.
Mr. Richard Richards.
Yep. You said my middle name right.
Yeah.
I'm proud of
Richard.
you.
Nobody says it right?
No.
What?
They just say Richard, Richardson, or something. They make up just words.
Richard,
it's not hard. It's
Richardson.
Richard, but the middle name's French.
Richard.
Do you have the little thing?
I think so.
I have one of those.
An italic over it.
Well, welcome, Dickie, to Tag 'em and Bag 'em. How are you today?
Ball of sunshine.
Well, a whole ball?
A whole ball.
All the sunshine?
All the sunshine.
Having the best day of your life, huh?
Oh, 100%.
You're like, we watched the Lego movie again the other day, and what is it? Everything is awesome!
Just a lot more sarcastic for me.
Oh, everything is awesome.
Awesome.
It's great. Thumbs up to everything. Well, thank you for taking the time out of your Sunday. I know it's a day of rest, but you've had a hell of a couple of days.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll go like up from here.
Or not.
Or not. Well,
I won't get my hopes up.
not when you're in this room. There's no hope in this room. We have a tree in the backyard that we say that's where our dreams go to die. So if you need help, just go put your...
You have one too?
Yes.
Oh, I have like 4 in the backyard. Yeah.
Ours is this big dead one, and it finally
Lingers.
fell apart a little bit. I mean, it's huge. It's a big dead tree, and
Let's see, I just bury my pets by my trees when they die. That's why
Oh.
yeah. It's a lot more dark.
Well,
that's more sad.
to be fair, we have a couple of cats buried by that tree, so and that was mainly because they dared to cross the threshold of the backyard that belongs to the other dogs.
Oh.
and we were playing, but the cats couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So last night was chaotic, but you were able to get out of bed, and you're moving. That's nice.
Barely.
I'm sure you're a little sore. There was some shenanigans that you got into. But so I know a little bit of your background. So you were in jiu-jitsu, correct?
Yes.
And how long did you...
So I like to tell people, I'm 41 right now. I had a midlife crisis at 30.
Oh, starting
and
early.
I'm at year 11 right now with that midlife crisis. Because I went from jiu-jitsu to MMA to pro wrestling. Yeah, things that, I should have done when I was 20.
Yeah, you started in your 30s?
Yeah.
Did you play football in high school?
I played football in college, too.
In college, too? What college did you go to?
I went to Southwestern.
Did you really?
Yep.
What position did you play?
Offense and defensive line.
Wow. Because you are a bigger guy. So.
Yeah, I'm the same size I was when I graduated from high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just deceptively athletic.
There was a guy that was in the Rumble last night who was deceptively athletic.
Yeah, when he did that insecure, I was like, what?
Yeah. Everybody, even the wrestlers in the ring that were down, like giving him his moment and everything, they were like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah,
Ray's like, what?
I believe said, what the fuck is that?
Who in their right mind? So you started in your 30s, which is a crazy time to decide to... I can't say anything, though, because I started roller derby in my 30s, and not my early 30s or my mid-30s. It was the latter 30s. And you just don't move the same.
No.
No. But how long did you do MMA, jiu-jitsu?
So when I started, what year is it? So I started in like 2014. Yeah, because my daughter had just been born, and I did that through like right before COVID hit.
Wow.
Really, kind of took it down a notch of me not wanting to do it anymore. I was actually supposed to have an MMA fight, and the card fell apart the week before the fight. The entire show, they canceled the entire thing.
Wow.
I cut weight. I went from 300 to I was at 275 a week. And the week before I was going to cut the little bit of water weight to get down to 265, and they canceled the whole card.
Well, did they cancel it because of COVID?
No, they
or
canceled
it. Was just nothing was working
the
out.
The promoter was an idiot. He didn't realize, because they were going to have jiu-jitsu matches on the card also, and all of the jiu-jitsu people were going to have blood work done because there was MMA on the card, and so there could be blood and stuff, and yeah, it was...
Yeah, because that's required in the state of Kansas.
For MMA, yes.
For MMA, anytime there's going to be like serious blood type exchange, correct?
Yeah, so all of the fighters have to have blood work done and stuff.
But they don't require that for wrestling.
No.
Unless you're specifically doing... Well, do they require it if you're doing hardcore stuff?
I don't think so. I've never...
So that would be like a different state commission?
Yeah, so in Oklahoma, you have to have a card... You have to be carded regardless of, have all the blood work and stuff done regardless of anything for pro wrestling.
Right. I think they do that in Missouri as well, do they not?
Yep.
So I'm surprised Kansas doesn't, to be fair.
It's a mixed bag of should they or shouldn't they. I don't want to get in, ring if there's blood from somebody who has, hepatitis or something,
Something you can take home and can affect your whole life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think Kansas is kind of one of those. Right now, they're like, you're adults, obviously, because you can't wrestle in the state of Kansas unless you're 18. So you're an adult. We're going to treat you like an adult. If you have something, don't do something stupid, and make sure everybody is well aware.
Yep.
But other states take it just a step further, which I can't really say whether I agree or disagree necessarily. I would think that somebody coming in would be responsible enough.
Say that.
I mean, here specifically, I would say HCW. I couldn't see anybody in HCW not saying, "Hey, I've got something." I think they would be pretty. That locker room's pretty open and they communicate well with each other. So
yeah, we have somebody like Remington Roar, who his entire career is blood.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be I'm sure he gets tested regularly because he wrestles in a lot of different states that I'm sure require blood work to be done.
And when you do that, because he travels damn near everywhere, I would get tested all the time just to be on the safe side.
Right.
And especially when we have spots like last night where I gagged. I did. I pick up dead people for a living, and I gagged last night when Simon took the... No. We don't need to be doing that.
Yeah.
So you have 2 kids?
I have 2 kids.
Yep. A boy and a girl?
Yep.
And your girl is just as charismatic and lovely as you?
Yep. She is every bit of me, and my son is the quiet book nerd that my wife is.
Oh.
So,
well, see, then you each have one to do something with.
Well, here's the thing. My son wants to hang out with me all the time. So he wants to go.
That's why your wife married you.
Yeah. Well, no, she married me because I'm her science experiment. She's a special ed teacher.
Oh. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
She's gonna take all those, like, when she has to redo her licenses or do in-services or whatever. She goes, I learned a new technique. I'm gonna use it on my husband when I get home.
Well, no, if she can handle me, she can handle kids.
Oh yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
She got you
That's how it is
weighted.
with her and me.
Yeah.
Look, I worked with special needs kids for a long time, so a lot of the techniques, it actually helped me with my patients quite a bit, working with special needs kids, because you can't fly off the handle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my cousin has Down syndrome. Technically, he's my stepbrother. Okay, anyway, that's a whole thing I didn't really need to put out there. But anyway, he has Down syndrome, so it helped me navigate and understand things, and then I just put that into my life. That's kind of why I stay to myself, and I kind of I don't let a whole lot of shit bother me, because there's bigger fish to fry. There's like bigger problems, and I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just fry them fish.
You just yeah. He carries an axe in the car, okay? Like, there are times where I swear this man has said he's going to pull over and put rocks in my car for when he runs into stupid people, so he could just chuck them at them.
I used to do that when I was younger.
And people think I'm the mean one. No.
That's not mean. That's just, putting people in their place. Yeah.
Exactly.
While they happen to be walking down the street.
Well, sometimes people need to have a rock thrown at them so they know where they stand in life.
Well, I mean, that's where Jay lies. We sold his car this week, and he's like, "Can I put my axe in your car?" Like, yeah. So now I have an axe in my car, and I have a set of golf clubs.
Though. I mean,
you never know when you're going to need an axe.
Or golf clubs.
So it's got one of those window breakers on it. And like I've actually had to use it to get a kid out of a car
Oh,
with
wow.
somebody locked in. So I mean, it comes in handy. I've used it once.
Yeah, but that's not what he put it in.
That's not why I put it in
That's
there.
not why I put it. Don't act like you're Mr. Save a Hole.
But it's literally a survival
It's a very
axe.
noble thing.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. So what is it? Let's see. So how do you transition from jiu-jitsu and MMA fighting to wrestling? Like, how did that work out for you?
So I have this really, and this is going to shock all of you. My mouth gets me in trouble all the time.
What?
Shocker, right?
I don't believe it. You're lying.
So originally I did the jiu-jitsu because I just wanted to get in shape, get healthy. You know, my son, and daughter were young, and I was just, wanted to get healthy. And, I started doing it. I lost a bunch of weight, had a lot of fun, and then I saw them boxing. I'm like, I'm going to try boxing. That was a dumb idea that I said out loud.
Oh.
And then that's where I got to meet Ray, was in jiu-jitsu and boxing. And then I was like, hey, you need a training partner. Nobody would want to train with him. And I'm like, I can't box with you, but I can wrestle. I was a high school wrestler. I have a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, so I can be an extra body. When you're tired, I can be a fresh body that you have to work against. So I opened my mouth and said, hey, I'll be your training partner. And with wrestling, I remember going to the first show that I after Ray had started training. He was working security, and I said, hey, I should be your manager. Again, I shouldn't talk. Like, my mouth gets me in trouble.
You're writing checks.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it went. I just opened my mouth, and here I am almost 5 years later.
So Ray was running security at a show?
Yeah.
And then did you just happen to go to a show?
So I knew he was doing it, and he had told a bunch of us jiu-jitsu guys. So I went with another one of our friends from jiu-jitsu to go watch and talk to him afterwards. And so, yeah.
Huh. That's quite a leap. Like, I went to one show, automatically knew this is what I was meant to do.
Well, okay, so I have always, for all the faults and, things that Ray and I have had throughout the years, I've always been his biggest fan.
I could see that.
And nobody can tell me any other, otherwise, because I would go be his punching bag during MMA. I came to do pro wrestling because of Ray.
Yeah.
I was his biggest fan.
Why wouldn't anybody work with him?
Well, not a whole lot of people at our gym wanted to do MMA, period.
Oh.
And so, there would be, the 3 or 4 guys that were fighting. We had good fighters. It's just, there's, people get tired. And so you want a fresh body. So, when you're doing 9 rounds of sparring and, everybody's tired after round 6, well, okay, I haven't been doing anything. I'm coming in fresh. I can at least push you.
Yeah. You're like, hey, Ray, you want to beat me up? You can beat me up. Beat me, daddy. That sounds it's like a punishment. It's like you're asking for it.
Oh, wait, I was told we don't kink shame in here.
Oh, that's true. I wasn't shaming.
Okay.
I was just stating a fact. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I mean, you do you, boo-boo. I fully support this weirdness. So then you got into wrestling, and that was with XWE?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
So, how did the development of you just automatically knew you wanted to be in management? You didn't want to wrestle?
No, because I was 36.
Oh, I gotcha.
I destroyed my body at a young age. I played 13 years of football, blew a knee out, bad back, and I knew my body couldn't handle full-time wrestling, but I still went in with the mindset that I'm going to wrestle. So I'm fully trained.
Okay.
And Billy, at the Bears Den trained me, and so that's why I've taken the bumps and stuff. It's just my body couldn't handle wrestling every weekend.
Oh,
and
so you did train at the Bears Den?
Yes, yeah.
Wow. So were you training at the same time? Were you in with Chance and Mindy and Stormy?
No, Stormy was well before us. So the people in my that kind of started around the time I did was Simon was kind of the first one. Chance, Ray, Mindy, Tommy Too Good.
Oh, wow.
And Kargar was kind of at the tail end of that too. So
Well, that's a good class to
Well, you look at what we've all accomplished.
I know.
So
I mean, that's like the upper echelon of the Bears Den at that time.
yeah, and I think we were kind of really the first real class that came out of where Billy's currently training people.
Yeah.
So
When it's like more the Bears Den, not so much just because at that time it was toward the end of XWE or still the height of it.
it was like kind of in the height because I was in XWE with XWE for about a year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah.
Before we did the switch over to HCW.
Yeah, so I guess that would have been the height. So, how long did you train at the Bears Den before you felt comfortable enough to come out and be a Dickie?
1 month.
That's it?
I started on September 12th. I only remember this because I started where I'm working at now the next day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so it was in September, and then in October we made our debut as the Empire. So
that the Empire's been around for that long. I knew it'd been around for a good long while, but I didn't think
yeah, October 2021.
Was that like y'all were sitting around having a beer, chit-chatting, and you're like, you know what? I love Star Wars. We're going to start our own empire. I feel like that was a drunken conversation, and I know Ray know Ray enough that was a silly conversation to start with, and then it just went crazy.
So I know it just kind of happened. The original conversation, because I was going and working out with Ray every morning. He's a trainer. He's an athletic trainer, and I was going out and working out with him every morning to try to get my body in shape and back, because I had taken some time off from just working out during COVID.
Right.
And so we were working out, and we're coming up with the names for my gimmick and stuff, and then he mentioned that Billy had talked about putting Bruisador and Angel de Paz with us, and I'd seen them wrestle the first show I went to and thought they were a fun gimmick, and if they're luchadors, that's cool. And then next thing I know, Joey Gambino gets added, and I had met him at the first show that I had gone to just as a trainee. Like I worked merch that day.
Oh, okay.
And met him, and next thing I know, we're all together, and they just shove us out the curtain.
Wow. So who was Gambino, Ray? Who else was in Bruiser and Angel?
Yep.
Was that the original?
That was the original Empire.
No, Ray came later.
No, Ray was kind of like he was always meant to be the focal point of the group.
Okay.
So
you've had several different members that have come and gone from the Empire, though, correct?
Nope. Just Gambino and then Hector later on.
I was going to say Hector. Eventually.
Well, yeah, and Angel's. Well, I guess because did Chance ever?
Nope.
He wasn't. He was the opposition. He was your antagonist, I guess would be the.
Well, even then, we never really crossed paths with Chance until, well after the Empire was done.
Mm. Was the Empire different for XWE than it was for WWF or HCW? Sorry.
Yeah. I feel like Empire in XWE was a lot more violent.
Oh.
I remember there were times that we had fans trying to come over the tables.
Holy crap.
We had one show where we took Johnny Faith out. Me and Johnny have history. We can go into that later.
Oh.
And we took him out, and I remember rolling out of the ring, and there's this guy had come around the tables. It was in my face when I rolled out of the ring. You can go back and watch a video.
Where's security?
They were getting the rest of the Empire out of the ring.
Oh my God.
And you can see on camera, Billy saw it, and he sprinted. I'd never seen Billy move that fast.
Wow. That's scary, though.
Yeah. Well, and he was an older gentleman, so I wasn't necessarily concerned. He had a cane, but I was like, I'm not going to turn my back. Like I'm a trained fighter. Like I may not look like it, but I can fight.
Yeah.
I mean, so I was, as long as I don't turn my back, I'm fine.
Yeah, but still, to have an audience, well, I mean, that's a good and bad thing, to have an audience that invested that they're willing to risk jail time.
Yeah.
To make sure that you understand
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Well, and so the way I looked at it is I did my job. Like that, I knew Drake was on here a few weeks ago. That our job is to piss off the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And they were that emotionally invested to do that.
There has been a few times that I have wondered if that was going to happen at HCW. There has been a few times where there are a few people in the audience where I'm like, okay, I'm nervous.
There were some people sitting behind you last night that if I would have pushed it, we might have gotten quite the reaction out of it.
Yeah. I think you should have.
Well, I
think you should have.
We'll bring that up in a little bit.
I've learned when and where to push buttons for not only my safety but the safety of the fans. Because I remember being at a WWX show and I looked at a fan and I had Joey Gambino carries a cane and I had his cane and I told this fan if he said one more word I was going to beat the hell out of him with it.
Wow.
That dude stared at me the entire time. Like I was not going to go out into the parking lot to take my stuff out to my car. Like I was like, this dude might
this
do
is
something.
a show. Y'all paid money to come and see this stuff. Like it's not life or death. These are characters.
Yeah.
Where it's no different than theater. Calm down, because we all say some shit.
Yeah, but they come for the experience, and that being angry and hating the heel is part of the experience.
Correct, but please keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, as long as you keep your hands to yourself, I'm fine with it, and
So I feel like Jackie and I were just like the wrestlers. We could turn it on and off. Like when we get into the show, we're totally different people.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we leave the show, we're okay, bye. We love you all.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just the role we take on, and we understand it. We're not stupid about it. I mean, people I boo, I actually love
I actually
terribly.
feel like if somebody tried to jump a wrestler there, I'd be over there trying to help the wrestlers. I feel that way. I'm like
there has
I care
been
about these guys
times
too much.
where the fans have crossed invisible lines that they should not cross, and I have yelled at more than one person in the audience to make sure that they understand that this is 2026. Welcome to a new world. We don't do that here.
I'm pretty sure I told them that last night.
You did, and I appreciated it because it was me and Jay, and then Chance's parents were getting genuinely mad at not just what she said to you about Gavin, but also she was screaming for Justin.
Yeah, she was cheering for Justin. Let's go, Justin. Let's go, Justin.
When No Coast was out there, let's go, Justin. And I'm like, who's Justin? Like, Justin Gray's not out there. This isn't the Rebel Hearts. We haven't seen Justin here at HCW in 2 years at least, I think.
It's been a while.
And I'm literally, who's Justin? So me and Chance's parents are screaming, let's go, Christian! Trying to be nice to get her to understand. So then she changes to cheering for Christian, still chanting Justin as soon as
right
she's
back to
done.
Justin.
And so Christian comes out and he goes, hey, it's Christian.
That was quite funny.
I'm screaming, who's Justin? And his name is not Justin. And she just, it's okay. We're trying to teach people, but they don't. Some people are unteachable.
But I think one of the great things about indie wrestling is it is very intimate. You can talk to a wrestler, and I have fans come up and talk to me, at intermission after the show, and some of them have gotten to know me.
Yeah,
the man behind Dick Richards, and so I've gotten to the point where I give a fan whatever interaction they want with me. Do you want to talk to Dick Richards or do you want to talk to the other guy? But I think that's part of it is you can get to know people. Like you guys have gotten to know me,
right?
Outside of the guy behind Dick Richards, and so. But I think that's part of it is you can have those personal interactions with the wrestlers, where you go to WWE and they put on a great production and everything, but you don't get to talk to the wrestlers.
Oh yeah, no.
I can't even go to those shows because I always end up with a fan that just is annoying. Like I always end up sitting by somebody that I cannot stand.
We did that. I've only been to one WWE show. The last time they were here in town. We bought cheap seats. Who can afford to sit on the floor? Well, and some people can. I can't. And there was some Captain Meth Head.
Yeah, definitely on something.
Who stood up. And these are like seats like this, right? But he stood up. I'm 5'5". I couldn't see the whole time. And everybody behind him is saying, can you please? They can't see you. Our noses are bleeding. We're so high. Like, they're spots on the ground. They're ants. Nobody can see you. Sit down. Shut up. And then we had a kid, like, up toward our left. And this kid was, you could just tell he was very much a YouTube fan. He liked the, what do you call them, influencers? Because he was just every kind of like, you know how 6'7" is big now? So that, oh yeah, every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds. And I'm not a crowd person. So I'm like, can somebody please trip that kid down them stairs? And I have kids. I'm like, this is why I don't like other people. Shut up. I'd rather watch at home. I don't like crowds. Specifically because Captain Meth Head and this kid won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So I don't go to a lot. HCW is literally the only like big event I'll go to, because otherwise I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
This is not for me. This is not people watching. I love people watching, but I'm not there to interact. I'm literally going, did you see that shit? That was crazy. She's talking to herself.
It's just finding the right events. So getting into theater. My daughter is big into theater. I've been in some plays.
Yeah.
It's really helped me develop Dick Richards and be more aware of what's going on.
So adding a theatrical element more?
Not necessarily theatrical, but being more spatially aware of what's going on.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Instead of being focused on this character, this is what I'm doing. I gotcha.
And actually, I'm going to direct a play later this year.
Hey.
Well, I'm going to be an assistant director. So,
do you know what play you're going to?
I don't know yet, but it'll probably be a murder mystery.
Yeah, but you do that in Mulvane?
Yeah, we have community theater, and so.
How is it a big company?
No, it's a bunch of volunteers, and we go and.
But you have a lot of fun.
I have a ton of fun. I'm the worst one there. It's great.
Well, how can you know that you're? You won't know you're the worst one there until Jay and I show up and we boo you at your own show.
It is weird not getting booed at a show.
You're like, damn it, they like me. It's so weird. I don't like this.
Why are they cheering?
How do you get into that?
So I just was on our town Facebook page, and I know they have a group that's done theater, community theater for almost 10 years. And I saw it and said, and my daughter was just getting into theater. I was like, let's go do the auditions together. I had no expectations. And I show up and we do the auditions, and I get a part. And I knew she would, because they didn't have a kid part, but she went with me anyways. And she does children's theater.
Oh, how old is your daughter?
12.
Oh, so she's getting into that fun age where they're trying to figure out what they're into. And if she has your personality, she's going to be into everything.
Well, that's, she came home one day and said, Dad, I want to play football. And I was like, no.
Why?
CTE. I'm pretty sure I have it.
Hold on. The state of Kansas, specifically with Hayesville, is bringing back powder puff football.
I heard they were doing that. I might let her do that.
My mom played at campus.
Oh, really?
My mom played powder puff. And when I got to campus, I wanted to play football. But at that time,
they only did it once a year. They didn't have a full.
Girls were still very much kept in a box. Yeah. So I wasn't allowed to, which is funny because the year after I graduated was when the very first female fought to get on the North High football team right after I graduated. I wasn't even allowed to be in auto shop.
Oh, wow.
That was the one class I wanted. I wasn't allowed to. They didn't allow girls in auto shop. Because they pick a car your freshman year, and then you work on it all 4 years, and then your senior year, that's what everybody drives through, like the parades and prom and all that kind of stuff. And gotcha. I wanted to pick a 55 Chevy pickup. That's what I wanted. And I was super excited. And they said, maybe you should try choir.
So she did.
Yeah, I got stuck in 2 choir courses and orchestra. I'm a nerd. I wouldn't do theater because that requires you standing by yourself, and absolutely fucking not. I'm not doing it. But I was really good at the cello. I was first chair cello, and we won several competitions. And I beat out a guy who got super pissed because he would practice all the time, and I didn't. And we'd have competitions on what chair you sit in.
Mm-hmm.
And I beat him his senior year on the last show. And so I got first chair. And then we had quartets. Like, he and I were in a quartet, an ensemble. And I played the cello at the time, and he played second chair. And he was so mad his senior year. He went from first chair to second chair. Sorry, bro. Some of us just have natural talent. Not anymore, though. I lost it many years ago. So your son is 14. Your daughter's 12. How long have you been? You just celebrated your anniversary, did you not?
16 years on Friday.
Oh my gosh. She has dealt with you for 16 years and still keeps coming back for more.
Mm-hmm.
And she supported you when you were going through all your crazy, like, today.
Midlife crisis.
All the crises.
So my wife was pregnant for like the first 3 years of our marriage. So there's a reason why she wanted me out of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go do something else. This is why you have friends. Go get out of here. But your wife is also an author, correct?
Yes. She
of
writes
children's books?
Yep, she writes children's books
Oh.
specifically geared towards her. So my wife's dyslexic.
Oh, yeah.
The main character of her book is a dyslexic, like, 3rd or 4th grader.
Really?
Yeah. And so she's writing books that,
Help kids.
yeah, that help the kids that she works with on a regular basis who, you're dyslexic. That's fine. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Your
Right.
brain just works different.
Yep. And now that we know a little bit more about it, school systems, instead of isolating you and making you feel horrible, have tools to train. So that's awesome that she can help a kid realize that there's nothing wrong with you. You're just wired a little different. And you're just as smart. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So she just did a book signing, didn't she? Or she gave a book. What was it that she was?
So they had a book crawl in downtown Wichita, and one of the stops was, so I own a comic book store.
Yes.
Downtown Wizards Alley, and so one of the stops was our comic book store because we're, it's one of the cool places to be, I guess. It's, because, nerd stuff is making a huge resurgence, but we sell books and stuff, and so we probably had like 500 people come through on this book crawl.
That's crazy.
And people were there to buy books, and so they would buy. She sold more books that day than she's sold since she started writing total.
Holy smokes.
So-
See, and I didn't know anything about the book crawl. I didn't hear anything about it. Now, Free Comic Book Day, we try to go every year. For the last, I think, 2 years. It's always fallen on a day that's inconvenient and we can't go.
It's always the first
Saturday in May.
I know. And
No, I was looking forward to it. And
the
then
pay
stuff
never
happened,
falls in
and
the
yeah.
right area. So the first year we went, we hit 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I swear to God, we walked out with
Walked
like
out.
800 comic books.
Yeah.
Because we hit every comic book store possible. But the last one, I think we stood in line for 3 hours. But that's when I started. I told you I was looking for the Wanda or the House of M comics.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh. And we also go to free record. What is it? Record Day?
Oh, it's not Free Record Day. It's
I can't remember what it's called.
It's basically where they release a bunch of new records.
But they're actual
Or-
records.
Yeah.
Like vinyl.
Vinyl.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vinyl.
So
National Vinyl Day or something like that.
I don't remember, but yeah, that's actually how we first went to that place that Remington is associated with.
Okay, yeah.
The more heavy metal one, because he was wanting a specific album, so we hit every single one. And of course, it's like 12 degrees. So I'm sitting in the car. You want to go wait in line for your album? Because he only wanted one, and we ended up with like a lot. Yeah. But the Wizards Alley is downtown. What is it? The address?
It's 114 North St. Francis. It's at Douglas and St. Francis. You just got to walk down the alley to get there.
The alley.
Yeah.
And that's been open for 2 years? No, a year and a half now?
It used to be the over there on...
It was at 31st and
Yeah,
Seneca,
31st
down
and
by
Seneca.
the Osage Rec
Right,
Center.
but when you moved, it's been there for
2 years now.
2 years.
Yep.
Okay. Do you like the new location and foot traffic?
Absolutely love it. South side of Wichita isn't the greatest. We were between a rehab center and a bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the Asian massage parlor, that was questionable.
To be fair, though, when my daughter was younger, I used to go there like almost every week. Like, we would go on New Comic Day, where every Wednesday, and we go get all the new comics that were out, because, I mean, she loved comic books. We have so many Harley Quinn and Squirrel Girl comics.
Dude, we got boxes.
Yeah,
boxes
I got boxes
upon
and boxes of
boxes
comic
upon
books.
boxes.
So, and they're all basically my daughters, except for like the Lobos.
Yeah.
I used to go with my kids, and I have 3 kids, and they all had different comics they were into. So, yeah, we've spent a lot of time. But I'm really glad because you have the what do you call it? The pizza that's the okayest pizza.
Wichita's okayest pizza.
But then you have like late nights where you do game nights, right?
Yeah, so every night there's some type of event, playing Magic or Warhammer, little miniatures and stuff, and so there's something every night that kind of fits any type of gamer.
No,
Like we have a D&D night that we.
You still do Hero Clicks?
Yeah, we have every
nice.
Sunday we have the same group of guys that play HeroClix that I played with like 10 years ago.
Go get my ass kicked.
who was it? Was it you that posted that said something about this is the only nerd place that actually smells good or something?
Oh, there was some customer came in and told my the other owner. So I have a partner there that told him that this is the only place that smells good. Well,
Your nerds take showers? That's so great.
well, so the cliche is that they stink, the bathrooms are gross and stuff, and we've always we pride ourselves in having clean restrooms because okay, you have guys that come in, but what about their wives that come in and or their kids, and you don't want to go in some gross bathroom.
And to be fair, I've been in some questionable nerd stores that you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not sure. So, hey, that's a reputation. I'd put it on a sign, though. Hey, we don't smell like nerds. Or something to that effect. There's no onions in this building. How long you've been a partner? Have you been a partner for many years?
So we bought it at the beginning of 2019.
Wow, so good long while.
Yeah. So we bought it, had it for a year, and then we had to shut down for 2 months during COVID.
Oh.
COVID completely changed the landscape of how that store functioned.
Yeah.
And not for the good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it changed a landscape of a lot of stuff. Nothing is ever going to feel the same again.
Nope.
I feel like it's a whole other, what do they call it? A whole other multiverse.
I miss going to Walmart at 3 a.m.
Yeah. That is the best time. We don't have 24 hours anything.
See, this is how big I was on stuff. Like I said, we used to go to the every day the comic book every Wednesday. We'd go to comic book stores. We'd go to when they had Toys R Us. We would go there every payday, and basically because Toys R Us had layaway. So I would put like $4,000. Yeah, I would put $4,000 worth of shit on layaway, and then go back every payday and pay it till it was paid off. I miss layaway. I miss getting $4,000 worth of Legos at one time. And so like I do that, or like
we don't have the space anymore.
So like Tuesdays, like really early Monday night, they would release movies at Walmart. So I would go at 3:00 in the morning and go buy the new movies that were coming out,
which we just got rid of, which was more than 3,000 videos, DVDs, and Blu-rays.
See, I'm switching over to digital. So got rid of all the DVDs and stuff I used to have.
I'll have to have you talk to my father-in-law. He has a DVD hoarding issue.
He had to choose between the DVDs and this room.
I choose this room.
That's exactly what.
Well, I kept all the wrestling DVDs. So.
Well, that's fine.
That's wrestling though.
This
is the wrestling room.
The other room is going to be a reaction room. So it's going to be but it's going to hold all the Legos.
It's going to be more
build
nerdy.
them. It's going to be more nerdy. It's going to have all the Funkos, all the movie stuff, all the other, like the He-Man stuff, all that goes into that room.
Basically, my childhood's in that room.
So if he you can't have everything. If you want he got this room. I said, okay, great. And he didn't even want this room to start. He did not. He thought it was a dumb idea. And then I got it and he's like, oh yeah, no, this is cool. So he I told him to let me do what I want to do in that room, which will be where he has his Legos set up and all that kind of stuff. And that'll be our reaction room. We're only going to put a small chair in there. Well, a couch-ish situation. So that we're going to eventually watch all these VHSs and figure out what's on them. And you get to watch our reaction going, oh, shit, it's porn.
Yeah.
Shut it off. I didn't know they made that.
Mom?
Debbie does what? I do not think so. So, yeah, we don't need $4,000 worth of Legos anymore.
See, you used to have more wrestling figures like the ones on the ceiling there. They used to come down
To like the third, fourth shelf.
Mm-hmm.
When I came in, this was our bedroom. And so you lay here at night when I would get insomnia and just stare at the wrestlers.
Try to memorize them. I used to memorize like all of them. I tell you who was around all four of them.
So now I just stare at. He has So you walked in and he has what he calls his Shawshank girls.
Yeah, my Shawshank girls.
Shawshank Redemption girls. So in my room, I get to stare at a younger version of Betty White. There's like 3 pictures of me in this house, and they're because they were mine from work. I put them on a shelf, but he's got pictures of other women all over the house. He even wanted to put one above the bed.
Yeah, no.
You did.
They wouldn't fit in a frame like that.
Fucking shit, bro.
But yeah, I do. I have like some odd pictures. Like she said, I got Betty White like when she was young, like a young Betty White poster.
My mom, when she saw it, she goes, "Are you jealous?" I was like, "Of a picture? He's not doing anything horrible to him that I know of here in the house."
No, they're tasteful. They're not tasteless pictures of a bunch of naked women or anything, you know.
No, those are in a drawer somewhere. They're in that room.
They're in the videos.
Yeah, we'll find them going, this is supposed to be wrestling from 1996. Turns out, you like midgets too?
I don't know, wrestling in 1996 was pretty...
That was just the same. That's why I'm like, you know what? Shut this off. I'm done.
I bet the videos, the videos start from about 1992. That's probably when my grandma wanted me to start
The big thing is
going
to be finding your wrestling videos.
I've already know where those are. And
yeah.
They're...
But no, I mean watching and reacting to them. Because we've told his friends, like, our friends know, and they've pretty much kicked me out of the reaction. I get to hit play and record. And they want to be the ones record. I'm like, okay, first off, my house too, Bo. Like I was here when a lot of them were recorded, to be fair. I just didn't make any noise. I think that one might have been the one that got stole, though. Yeah,
I have 3 tapes. Actually, we had 4 tapes. We had one with my buddy, me and Zach, and then we got, after Zach passed away, I have me and Ryan wrestling, and then we had this video that was a bunch of the guys that got together and did the backyard stuff. Or we went over, we called it In Your House. We'd go over to a friend's house and wrestle in their house. and that video, somebody stole it. It had a shit ton of good wrestling on it. It had our best matches on it, and it got stolen.
It's gone.
I would say the same thing too if I did backyard wrestling. No, they stole all the good stuff.
No, they did. It got stolen because I took pride in those videos. They were good. They were.
Jay had a lot of house parties, and he got a lot of stuff that would come up missing from all these house parties because Grandma worked third shift.
I mean, I used to have a CD collection that was outrageous, and then CDs would go missing. Yeah. My grandma's frogs would go missing. She collected frogs.
Just random shit. Yeah. He'd be like, I used to have what I
did. I used to be able to fill this house full of people and get the cops over here almost every weekend.
And then he decides he's going to marry somebody who's the most antisocial person. He's like, I want to have these people over. I'm like, I'll stay in the house. You let me know when they're... He's like, well, we can have them outside by the... I'll be in the house. Do they have to come in to pee? Don't let them flick their cigarettes or put their trash in my yard, but otherwise, I'll be in the house. You guys have fun. Just don't pass out in the backyard. Nobody's sleeping here. You better be sober enough to drive home. I don't know how it worked. It just did. It was his choice. I didn't make him do it. So
I got tired of cleaning up after everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Broken bottles, shit like that.
Yeah, so now we have, well, of course, now we're older, so all of our friends come over, and they barely make it to, like, 10:30. They're like, oh, the sun went down.
Time to go home.
It's getting late.
Last night, Gavin told me that he didn't ask me to come over for one of the promos that him and Shane shot because he knew I went to bed early.
No, he did not.
Yes.
You are lying.
No, he told me
Did
that.
he really? It was after 8 o'clock, so he didn't ask you to come out because you can't see to drive. God knows. You ain't even that old, man.
I like to go to bed early, though.
Look, there are certain things at this age, because we're in our mid-40s, that you really look forward to, and one of them is bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
As long as nothing hurts. If something hurts when it's bedtime, then that just sucks, and it's just a torturous night. But yeah, fair. I think he would probably say the same thing to us, though. It's after 6. Are you sure you want to go? Probably not, man.
Yeah. Listen, I want to be invited. I don't want to go.
Exactly. And I've said that so many times. Like, if you don't invite me, I feel like you don't like me, and that hurts my feelings. But invite me, but I'm going to say something. Jay has now got me trained to where I'll say, I don't know, we'll see. Which means
No.
Well, I have to talk to my wife.
He doesn't start that. Actually, no, I take that back. He goes, I'll have to talk to Jackie.
Well, so that's more like work related.
No,
Like,
that's period. Because you're like, babe, are we doing anything? I don't have the signal. He hasn't figured the signals out yet. Like, are we busy? Are we free so I can work tomorrow?
I do it a lot more at work though. Like the boss would be like, "You want to do a run?" It's like, well, let me talk to Jackie first. I don't know what we're doing.
You need to send out a flare that says, "No, I don't want to work," or something, so I know which answer to give. Because I don't always know. I'm like, oh, damn. No, we're free. We ain't got nothing to do. Okay, I guess I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Fucking shit. I guess I'll work.
All right. So, I think I want to talk a little business,
Oh.
Mr. Dickie.
Uh-oh.
I love business.
I know you do. So, we saw a video a while back
Oh, God.
of you making a monetary exchange.
Oh, that video, okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of videos.
Nothing bad. But then we saw another video here a couple weeks back where you talked to Handgun Dan. Did you sell your half of the company?
What?
What?
I have not seen Handgun Dan in forever. It was nice to see him.
Uh-huh.
You are a liar.
Listen, there are a few people in this business that I have a ton of respect for because of their knowledge. Drake and Handgun Dan are two of them. And it was good to see Handgun Dan back. So
That's all that video was then, huh?
let's talk about how Billy is going to get sued for his half of the company.
Oh.
Sued?
Yeah. He has half, and he hit me. And made me be in a match. After I retired.
So?
I'm going to sue him. And get his half of the company.
Is it gonna
you
be
still
one legal
haven't
document?
signed over your half.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
We need to talk about the real things. Billy hit me and made me be in a company. Or be in a match.
Did you deserve it, is the real question.
I thought I made amends with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see Hector yesterday for the first time since he attacked me, and we made amends, kind of.
Kind of.
And so, I am trying to be a better person.
Are you, though? Okay. Because that's not what you showed last night.
Okay, so let's talk about this, okay? I really did try. I had every intent of being a good person. I came to a wrestling show to watch. As one of the fans, I was going to pay for a ticket and everything, and the fans booed me. Mm-hmm. I gave my heart and soul for that company, and I thought, I left on a good note, and you know what? They treated me like crap as always.
Is it because of your shenanigans in Dastardly Deeds?
I have done things that aren't necessarily above board. But I tried to make amends.
Okay.
And let's not forget, everything that I had ever done was for the benefit of Ray Leon. I told him that. I told the fans that. Whether you believe me or not, look at everything that I did.
Okay, so...
For him.
You had him jumped. You... Gooch punched him many a time. For him?
Ray does not learn without pain.
Oh. So pain in the balls is a lesson. It's a good thing you're not a teacher at the school district.
Maybe I should be a teacher.
Some kids need that.
I'm not gonna argue with that one. Everything you've done was for Ray, but that little video that was, I think, last summer, that little vignette or whatever of you walking out of a room saying it was nice doing business with you and you having monies, and then you see the CC camera and you turn around and walk off, and now we're getting a little one where you're kind of, it alludes to you being in cahoots with Mr. Handgun Dan.
Why do you think they're connected? I own a business. Mm-hmm. Okay, I own a business completely separate from professional wrestling. Mm-hmm. And so what I do outside of professional wrestling should not be recorded and put out for the fans to see.
Well, then you should.
You selling him comic books?
Huh?
You're selling Handgun Dan. What kind of comic books would Handgun Dan be into?
Believe it or not, he likes Spider-Man.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all. That does not.
Is it a specific Spider-Man? Is he like the Peter Parker or the Miles Morales? Or is he a Peter Porker fan?
He is a Peter Porker fan, 100%.
I would have been surprised if you would have said like My Little Pony. I think that would have been the only.
He told me not to tell people about that.
There is nothing wrong with My Little Pony.
I didn't say that. I said that would have surprised me.
I make that argument many times.
But you lost. You agreed to a match that you got to pick your representative, and Billy got to pick his. You lost. So you should have signed the contract to sign over your half of the company.
Everything I have ever done has been within the confines of my contracts and anything that has to do with the law.
So I think somebody needs to read the small print. It'd be like on that Willy Wonka, you know, where the print, he has that magnifying glass and the print gets smaller and smaller and smaller and
E
smaller.
pluribus unum.
Something like that at the very bottom. What did you put in there? Because I'm going to disagree. I don't think you've done everything above board or to follow the letter of the law. I think you kind of walk a fine, very fine gray area.
I'm not the one who wrote the contract.
Who wrote that did Billy write the contract? You didn't write that up?
Don't know.
Oh. Who?
Does it look like I write?
No.
See?
To be fair, it doesn't even really look like you read.
I sure don't.
Apparently you read contracts.
I have a lawyer for that.
Oh Lord, there's a guy who's scummy enough to be your lawyer.
That's rude and insensitive.
Insensitive. Well, he's also an ambulance chaser, I would assume. Hangs out in the ER and be like, do you need here's a card. Here's a card. Here's a card.
You are only mad because those
It's not
people
Dan Pastotnik,
lived
is it?
and you couldn't go make your money off of their mishaps. All I'm saying is, like, you guys are kind of below board too.
How do you figure?
Ambulance chasers, yes, they're still alive, but you do the same thing, but after the fact.
We're not chasing. They call us.
They actually call us.
They're like, hey, can you come? And we're like, no, we don't want to. But we do anyway.
See, and the law's there when we get there, and they're like, we don't want to deal with this. This is all you guys.
And legitimately, they do not. It's so
Half
funny.
of them run out of the room.
They actually, I have talked to many of them that will say they would rather take a bullet than do what we do.
I wouldn't disagree with them. I couldn't do what you do.
I would rather do what I do than take a bullet. That's a wound. I don't need wounds.
I don't know. I might take a bullet just for the,
What?
For the, I got shot.
For the experience?
No.
Who says I'm going to take a bullet
rights,
for the experience?
bragging
I
rights.
just want to take a bullet just to,
kinda
see
like,
what it's like.
Kind of like 50 Cent. The bragging rights.
No. You're walking around going, I got shot one time. Shooting yourself in the leg is not something to brag
I wouldn't
about.
shoot myself. That's stupid.
Okay. What?
But I'm saying,
That is the craziest thing I think that's ever literally come out of your fucking mouth. I don't need to be shot to know that I don't want to be shot. That's a shitty experience. That's not something I need to physically experience to know that I don't want to experience it. I've seen enough of them to go, yeah, not for me, I guess. Just like people who are like, does it hurt more to break this bone than this bone? Or like I broke my ankle, I did a tripod break, which is you break all the bones in your ankle. So like both of they're not called knuckles, but like the knuckles, and then you have this fibula in the back. I broke all of that all at one time. And somebody is asking me, well, is that worse than labor? And it's like, yeah, I've had 3 kids. I'd rather have those 3 kids all at one time than to break my ankle like that again. Because that was the worst pain I've ever felt.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was 295 pounds because I was a bigger girl. I'm still a bigger girl, but I was an even bigger girl. And when you're playing roller derby, you have to be able to jump over your opponent. You have to make a good faith effort. It's one of the rules. If you don't attempt, so say somebody falls in front of you, if you don't attempt to go around them or go over them, then it's a penalty. You go to the penalty box. So you have to jump on skates. And I was 295 pounds, and I can jump on skates, but I needed to jump and still go fast. So we had been doing it. It's middle of July at Skate South. The air conditioner had once again had the copper stolen out of it, so it's not working. And I practiced for like 6-7 hours long. And the coach goes, one more, go as fast as you can and jump as high as you can. Once you're done with that, you can leave. And I was 36-ish at the time. And I was like, they called me the Timex because all these other girls are out the back door throwing up while because this is not, it's very intense. And I would just keep getting up because I really wanted to get it. Anyway, so I did it and I jumped. Well, when I jumped, I landed on so like your wheels lay like this. I landed on that outside wheel and it went. And it was the day before we did a cancer walk where you walk the track. So my feet were covered in blisters. So I had duct taped them with gauze on the bottom. And that's the only thing that kept my foot attached.
Oh.
And even worse than that is that, you know those scissors that have like the flat side, the medical scissors? They had to go right across that knuckle to cut the tape off. And I was like, shoot me now. Somebody shoot me. Yep. Ended up having 2 plates and 10 screws.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't need to experience that to know that it sucks. Like, no, thank you. You don't need to shoot me to go, ouch. I avoid pain. You're like, yeah, no, I could do it once. Are you also one that wants to get shot with an arrow just to see what it's like when they rip it out?
I wouldn't want to do an arrow. I think that would suck.
All of it sucks. What are you talking about?
Like I said,
You want a permanent hole?
I've known people that gotten shot and lived and been fine.
Okay. They just can't go through metal detectors for the rest of their lives. Go through TSA, be like, no, sir, we're going to have to strip search you. You get to get the glove.
Oh, then I want to be shot if they got a strip search me.
Oh, you sicko. You sicko.
I just wouldn't put people in therapy.
Well, you do. Twice a month, at least. Well, and then, because you've been extremely busy, because you're also, not wrestling, because you're technically retired. We'll get into that in a minute. But you work with Gambino at WWX in Larned.
Yes, and I am one half of the United States Tag Team Champions in WWX.
I feel bad for your tag partner.
He picked me.
I know, but you are
He
not
puts in
wrestling.
a lot of work, though, huh? That's a working man right there.
You just get to walk around with the gold, and he's doing all the work.
That's what I did with Hector.
Fair enough. That is true.
I carried around his belt, and he did all the work. Nothing has changed. I just get my own belt this time.
Fair enough.
That is so horrible for him. I feel so bad. It's bad enough he has to walk around with a cane, but now he has to be partners with you. And he chose this.
Listen, we've been together since day one, and I will be with him until he decides to call it quits.
What if he turns on you? Because you have a habit of turning on people, but what if the card gets flipped and he turns on you?
Me and Gambino see eye to eye. It is purely business. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah, well, but until your business doesn't align with his business?
Oh, it will always align because we're on the same page.
Okay.
Well, speaking of young prospects, you guys have the cabinet now?
Yes.
The cabinet. And is there anybody that you're thinking about recruiting other than just those two?
I've been keeping my eye on people. Been gone for a while. Some things have changed, and I mean, Shane was the first pick. So the way this all started was, when I was out, nobody called me but Gavin. And he said he wanted me to come help him. He didn't need me. He wanted me to come help him. And so I started doing my research. Found that Shane was probably the top prospect out there. There's a few other I have my eyes on. I was hoping Johnny Faith would finally come around, but obviously,
Faith has very strong feelings towards you, sir.
Yes, he does.
But why, of all people, would you look at Gavin Bush and be like, yes, that is the man?
You really can't say that. I mean, think about it. He wins quite often. He does well in the ring. He is a belt holder now for the second time.
2-time out of luck champion. Should never lost in the first place.
Was that because of his own skill, or because he had the assistance of several? We can get into that when that time comes, but I do not know that Gavin Bush did that because of his own skills.
But back to why Gavin Bush. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's go back to very early on of me owning HCW.
Okay.
And there was a fatal 4-way match that Bruisador was a part of.
Yes.
Gavin was also a part of that match. Gavin was the only one that had the balls to try to hit me.
Okay, that's fair.
And, I could have fired him right then and there. I mean, I did fire Kit Reaver.
Yeah.
For putting his hands on me. But Gavin, Kit knows better. Gavin didn't care. Gavin was trying to make a name for himself. And he did.
Is it because he was a kid?
He earned my respect. It has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with, you could see his passion for professional wrestling.
So to get Dickie's respect, you got to hit him. That's what the message we're going to put out there.
No.
That's what you said.
What should be, the message should be said that you will do what it takes to win.
So hit Dickie.
If that's what it takes, it doesn't work for a whole lot of people.
Well, and that is true. That is the message that you have been conveying in a way for the last year and a half-ish. That's one big problem you had with Ray, is that he wouldn't do what it took to win. You didn't see the veracity in him.
That is why I had to kick him out of the Empire. He would never have been where he is now had he stayed with us. And as I said early on in this podcast, I've always been a Ray Leon fan. I had to do what was best for him.
So, when you say that, you know what I picture? Because you're not that much younger than we are. You know that movie, The Boy Scout?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that old.
Wow.
I'm glad that she's over there. And can't hit me.
Uh-huh. Anyway,
she beat Blade. I mean, not Blade, but Billy up.
If you haven't seen it, it's about a crazed fan who actually ends up kidnapping a baseball player and trying to kill him because he's such a fan.
I'm not that big of a fan. I'm really lazy. I'm not going to do that. I don't have that kind of
but
effort
you got the money to throw around. See, if I was you, I don't know that I would have picked Gavin. I might have gone with Yusuf. Yusuf might have been a smart choice.
Yusuf is
you leave Yusuf alone.
He's contractually tied up with other people right now.
Yeah, you leave Yusuf alone.
Well, just for that, I'm going to go get Yusuf now.
No, Yusuf.
Don't you tell me what to do.
You leave Yusuf alone. He's already has to deal with Flex. It's bad enough he has to deal with Flex Reed. Why would he want to deal with you as well?
Again, he's contractually obligated with other people right now.
For now, we'll see. Yusuf might, grow a brain, and then I don't know that math. You might help him with his math.
What? He gets 3 counts. How do I need to help him with math?
You are an accountant. Sitting there and going like, 1 + 1 is 3. Yes, that's how it works.
You ever watch The Office?
Yes.
Okay, Kevin and his creative accounting. That's how Yusuf does accounting.
I will never not see it the same way again. Yeah, that's interesting. Whoa, okay. So let's get into the card. So last night we had a show at Osage Rec Center. It was the May 23rd, and this was Battle for Blood, which was raising money for raising awareness for raising money for blood cancer. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And awareness. Awareness is in there somewhere. Sure. All of the wrestlers gave their time for this event. There was all profits went to for blood cancer, which was the Blood Cancer Society. What was it called? Blood Cancer Society of Wichita or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I wish I would have written it down. But anyway, so it was a charity event, and for a Memorial Weekend, one of the big concerns was that the showing was going to be very, very small. It wasn't as small as I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. It actually had a pretty decent crowd. I wouldn't say it was huge, but it was good.
Yeah.
So it starts out with a VIP match, which was hilarious to me because Jay and I both said Diamond Kings were going to win. Well, then, unbeknownst to us, somebody jumped Darren Jekyll and injured his knee. So then it became a handicap match between the Los Matones, which was Bruisador Valencia and Hector de Oro, and Michael Maverick, who had to stand on his own. And go.
And he did very well standing on his own.
He did.
He came up short.
He did, but one, it's really good to see Los Matones back.
Really
we haven't
is.
seen him in several months. I think it's been about 3, if not 4.
The gender reveal match was the last time.
Yes.
So that was that was January?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. It was early. Like, it was still cold outside. I know that one. So it's been a good long minute. But Los Matones has been going around, like, everywhere. They went to Mexico.
Canada.
They did?
They went to Canada.
I did not know that. I knew they were going to Mexico for a couple of weeks, but I didn't know they went all the way up to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It's too cold for luchas up there. You move a little slow. I wanted to ask Bruiser last night, how's the tacos up in Canada? I should have asked him. I'm going to email him or send him a text. But Bruiser, what's the tacos like that far north of the border?
Full of maple syrup, eh?
On a level of hot dogs, is it like American hot dogs or, because hot dogs are tacos.
You just stop trying to piss Bruiser off.
My son told him that, okay? I'm merely just repeating what he said.
Oh, Bruiser, I know what a taco is. You can get mad at Dickie and his whole family all you like. But yeah, Los Matones pulled it out. And good for them. The first win back at HCW. And yes, you did go for the Diamond Kings. And what did Bruiser have to say to you?
He was like, Seven Seal who?
He said he had to remind us. Oh, so it goes back. Because we had Blade on here. And when we were doing our predictions, I asked Blade during that match who he was going for, and you can't hear it in the clip that was used, but I asked Blade, no support for Los Matones, but that's not what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm literally saying I have no support for Los Matones. I was like, wait a minute. No, Blade had words. If you had got those words, then you'd understand that I was being a dick to him in support of Los Matones. So, Bruiser came out, said he was going to remind us, and he did. He did remind us why they were tag team champs.
It was a little unfair.
Why do you say
2-on-1. That's a little unfair.
That is Michael Maverick. He held his own for a good long while.
He did.
And to be fair, the Los Matones has had to do handicap matches before they were Los Matones.
Yeah.
So they came out with the win. What do you think?
So I know what Bruisador and Hector are capable of. I've seen it firsthand. I have experienced it firsthand from both of them. As good as the Seventh Seal is, I don't know if they would be who they are if a power vacuum hadn't left in October.
Yeah.
I left a void.
Power vacuum?
And so They exist simply because there was emptiness there.
But they didn't leave because you.
They stepped up because there was no one there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
So, are you saying you're gonna come for Los Metones?
No. I'm talking about the Seventh Seal.
So you guys are coming for the Seventh Seal?
No, I'm back. I'm gonna reclaim what is mine.
Which is what?
Everything.
Everything. I've heard that before. From a man named Blade. He wants everything too. Y'all can't have... Not everybody can want everything.
I've done it in HCW. Blade can't even get along with the little creepy dude.
The little creepy dude, Simon.
They looked fine last night. Except
for there was a little vignette in the back that showed Darren Jekyll laying on the ground screaming with holding his knee, and somebody didn't pay attention, but you see Blade's little feet waddling away out of the room before
she's instigating.
No, it's what's in the video.
Listen, that's wild. I don't know who. Look, you gotta have a lot of guts to go after that dude. Darren Jekyll's a big guy.
Yeah, but to be beating somebody up in your own faction.
We don't know if that's exactly how it
Why
went.
else would Blade be walking out of the room?
Like I said, he was there after it happened.
It was in the locker room.
He probably was like, I'm going to go find out who did this. And then went looking for fucking Flex Reed.
I can't with you. You are worse than these kids.
Telling you.
All those crime shit that we watch. You are the parent that says, my kid would never. And you make excuses for him and fight for him, even though they obviously did it. And admit to it.
Why Jekyll? I mean, if he was going to attack anybody, it would have been Simon.
Because he told him to get his shit together.
And he got his shit together. They were on the same page last night.
Oh, apparently not.
Were they not? I saw Simon and Blade in the ring together doing what they do.
Okay, but we're not talking about Simon and Blade. We're talking about the Diamond Kings and Blade. The Diamond Kings are... Darren Jekyll specifically told Blade to get his shit together. So
And
maybe he
he
didn't like his mouth, and he broke his knee. Now Darren Jekyll's laying in the back. His own wife had to run up and
She's
say...
instigating.
No, it's facts. It's facts.
All I'm going to say is Seven Seal and Diamond Kings in particular have made a lot of enemies. You know, Stormy, Logan, Drake.
Yep.
Flex Reed.
Flex Reed. You know, they've made a lot of enemies. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I am glad to
It's
see
probably
there.
Johnny Faith, like when Johnny Faith pulled the fire alarm.
No, that was you.
That was not me.
That
was
was
a
you.
coincidence.
We did.
Do you think I want to be around the fans that long?
You did it twice.
That's
sir.
why you pulled it.
You were
Why
fluid,
would I
so
pull
we
it?
leave.
No, I would have left. I would have gone home. Why would I pull it? I want to get away as soon as possible because it's way
To
past
be
my bedtime.
fair, as soon as it was pulled, I saw nobody but you. Standing outside, first thing I see, Dick Richards walking right this way. Oh.
That's because my wife showed up and I was going to find her.
Uh-huh, sure. Conveniently. Oh, did you make your wife pull the fire alarm?
No, my
you're
wife
making
is a
your-
saint.
I would believe she is. She'd have to be. Deal with you.
Actually, why would I pull the fire? I want to go home. I don't even want to be there around the fans.
So, I'm pretty sure it was you. And you did it the last time, too.
Yes, because I want to stand out in the cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're just that mean. You're like, you know what? All the fans are going to have to stand out in the cold. Ha ha ha.
Okay, I
Pull
can
the
see
fire alarm.
they did suffer, and that was kind of fun.
We did. It was fucking cold, my guy.
Yeah, it sucked.
So Los Matones win. I'm so glad to see them back. I can't wait to see what they're going to do.
Always
and
happy to see
whether
Boozer
they're
back.
going to chase the... I'm going to assume they're going to chase the titles. The tag team titles. It's just a logical step for them. But we'll see if they gain momentum to get in that direction. And then so the very first match, which straight out the gate was crazy, was the Independence title, which is Kane Carter versus Colton Kinnaman. And yes, Carter retains, but what a match.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was fucking beautiful.
I don't think there's anybody in the roster that Kane Carter could not put on a phenomenal match with.
It's almost seeming that way.
He is that talented, and I know everyone says it's only a matter of time before he gets called up to the big time, and I just every single time I watch him wrestle, it is extremely impressive.
Yes.
It is an actual blessing, actually, to get to see him in such a personal setting, and to be graced with his presence. And
he seemed a little facious last night, didn't he?
did like face-ish,
Face-ist. Not fascist. Two totally different things.
He seemed like more of a face than normal.
He came out, propping up with the crowd, saying hi to him, giving him 5.
Yeah, which is not usually what he does.
Usually what he doesn't do. And then he had the good sportsmanship in the ring with Colton.
You know what, though? To be fair, Colton Kinnaman gave him one hell of a match. Yes. Colton has improved so freaking much.
Well, he even said before the match, he goes, I can't, I actually like this guy. And then...
For good reason.
Yeah.
So the good sportsmanship, but was great to see. Which is the opposite of what normally happens. When somebody gets a title, they usually do like a more of a heel turn.
But, I think Kane realizes, he knows his role in our locker room. He is a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And, you got one or two leaders. You can either be a dick about it, or, you can step up and help people. Because, you're only as good as your weakest link.
That's
true.
Thing.
So, it is... Having Kane in our locker room is a blessing. And Colton is a hell of a competitor.
Oh, yeah.
I've experienced this spear firsthand, and getting up from that is not easy.
He speared Kane straight out of midair, which was insane. I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I'm pretty sure that anybody who takes some of these spears that I've seen, especially like Michael Maverick's and Colton Kinnaman's, I'm like, yep, nope, I would automatically shit myself. Shows, we're done. I'm going home. Got to change my pants.
I think we should have had some buttered toast there, because cinnamon and sugar together is just too sweet.
Buttered toast. Now we need a shirt that says cinnamon and sugar and has a piece of toast.
New tag team right there.
Right there.
And that's not a bad idea. Like, if y'all need something after in a little while, you know where to go. What did you think of that match, dear?
Almost stole the show. I almost think it did steal the show, to be fair. That was
best match of the night?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. There's actually, to be fair, there's 3 of them that I could say were damn
really
good matches.
Good, yeah.
But
definitely a contender.
That's a 5-star match for sure. It's definitely going to be a contender for the best match of the year.
And just any King Carter will be a contender for match
Unfortunately,
of the year.
he's in a lot of them. Like, I star most of the ones that I would put in contenders ones, and then I go back and I'm like, oh, it's King. Okay, we got to stop putting King Carter in these matches.
Or don't, because we're lucky to get to see him. I mean...
Yeah.
In 5 years, you'll be looking back, I got to watch him before anybody.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And so...
Yeah, I've actually sat and had a conversation with the man. He used to hug me and say hi to me. I would love to see Kinnaman eventually get a title. I think that's very brightly in his future. And he displayed it so much more last night than we've seen, because those two worked so well together. So I could see him building towards being either the Independence champion or even the HCW title champion. So Kinnaman's future is extremely bright. Carter's, of course, is bright. I could watch that match over and over again.
Yeah.
So then that leads to the next match, which was Blade versus Remington Roar. And Remington's been gone since sometime last year.
He got injured.
Yeah, he tore his bicep, but it was last fall, I want to say. Fall or winter. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, because I know we saw him at a GCW show and he was still rehabbing it. Like, he had it fixed and was rehabbing it. So everybody, huge pop for Remington coming back home, because Wichita is his home. And then, Blade. So, yay. And Blade ends up with the win.
No, he didn't win.
DQ.
It was DQ.
DQ'd,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah, Remington won.
There's a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of blood.
And some dastardly deeds, because Simon came out with the mask on a mask, which has gotta be hard. I can't even imagine. Like, the lights went out for a second, and then you see Simon with a kind of a darker Ninja Turtle mask looking thing over his new mask. And he jumped Rem, correct? And then he slinks out like the snake that he is. And then what was the DQ? What was the fun? Was it
The chair.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Katie Lynn brought the chair in. Yay, Katie Lynn. So what does this mean? Does this mean that Blade, did he make that old WWX title look good?
It looks to me like they
Or
were
not
on the
WWX,
same page.
WWE. That who, what?
It looks to me like Blade and Simon were on the same page.
Okay.
Unlike what you were trying to insinuate there.
That doesn't mean that Blade is on the same page with the Diamond Kings.
They're fine.
You're a liar.
Mm.
Okay, you let me know whenever reality hits you.
I already did.
Yeah.
Blade did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Fucking blind.
He took out Rim. He never said he was going to win. He just said he was going to take him out.
Simon is not Darren Jekyll. They are actually two different people. And if you stand them next to each other, you can actually tell they are very two different people.
But the beef was between Blade and Simon. That's where it was.
But Darren Jekyll said in a promo to Blade, handle your shit.
And he did.
Yeah, he broke Darren Jekyll's leg.
Whatever.
You mean he broke Remington's skull?
Yeah,
open?
exactly.
Well, and then he broke Rem's skull.
It looked to me exactly like what needed to be done. It was done.
We're not rehashing this anymore. Stop it.
Can we appreciate the fact that Remington picked Blade up and held him on his shoulders?
That is insane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then it was like a driver. He did almost like a Michinoku driver.
I've never seen anybody manhandle Blade like that before.
Yeah.
It's actually quite impressive.
Oh my gosh.
Every single time he does it, it's impressive. Because he picked him up a couple of times. It's always a good time to see Remington. I just don't... I'm not... Blood I can handle. I can do that. But when Simon got the blood on his hand and then it looked like he licked his hand, I gagged. I had to hide my face. I don't do bodily fluids like that, no. I did. I gagged really, and I pick up decoms. I gagged hard. I could not handle that. But he was bleeding so much it was dripping out of his hair. And what was funny is when we went up to see his new shirts, because he's got new shirts again, and his mom was putting a Band-Aid on the back of his head. God damn it.
So my sister-in-law is the medic. I need to see how long it took her to clean him up.
Oh, I bet it was bad.
I saw Remington in the locker room, and he still had blood crusted on his ear. I'm like, you got red on you.
Yeah, it was still crusted in his hair. He didn't look like he had brown hair anymore. It was all red. That was a crazy match. I did not anticipate it getting as bloody as it did. Well, okay, I lie. Because anytime Remington's in there, I know it's going to get bloody, but not so much where you're he needs an infusion.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was kind of a lot. Yeah. And then, crew comes out and they have to find all the blood and clean it up. And I'm sitting there going, what? The ropes! Get the ropes! Get the ropes! You touched them.
The mat on the opposite side of you guys had spots on
it.
it.
I am 100%. I'm watching it drip out of his hair going, nope, get it.
I was just hoping my white shirt wouldn't get blood on it.
It didn't, though.
No, it did not.
So that's good.
Yeah.
It was a great match. I don't know that... Because Blade wanted to make the old XWE title...
The original Heartland.
The original Heartland title... He wanted to hold it better than anybody ever held it, I guess. Or bring back prestige to that title. I don't know that he did that.
Well, I mean, he gave Remington the kind of match that Remington wants.
Yeah, but technically Remington, well, I guess it doesn't really matter for either one of them whether one wins or loses. That's not what this was about.
No, I think it was very much a who can bring the the higher level of violence.
So you think Blade brought the higher level of violence?
Well, who walked away?
You know, when you lose a lot of blood, you get a little dizzy sometimes. If he didn't lose as much blood, I think he would have killed him. I don't know, because Rem's been gone, and Blade did what he's supposed to do, or what he normally does, which is he worked that arm a lot. He ran him into the pole, pulled it down, like Rem's arm was over the top rope, and he jerked down on it when he was on the ground. Like, it was, crazy match, but it was
exactly
good.
what he was going to do.
It's what he said he was going to do, and you feel better that two of your 4 guys are happy, I guess.
So there was very few people in the locker room that I would not intentionally antagonize, and Remington's one of them.
Yeah.
Blade's not stupid. He knows what he's doing, but I don't think this is over.
Oh, by a long shot.
Yeah.
I think we're unfortunately going to see this
Get
way
bloodier.
back.
He'll probably have to bring raincoats soon.
Front splash pads.
Yeah.
You get those
Splash
plastic
zone.
barrier. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be in the splash zone for this one. I'm going to
We
show
have
up
to
in a
wear
yellow
rain
Mac.
ponchos.
Yeah, I'm going to yellow poncho that shit. Face mask for COVID. Those ones that are like, that have the tape.
shield.
The shields.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
We
wear a
got-
whole hazmat suit.
We got those ones from the baseball game.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll wear them next time.
I don't want to be in the splash zone for that one. I think this is eventually going to
We're always in the splash zone.
I
What are you
know.
talking
That's
about?
a different kind of splash, though. But I see this one eventually leading to like a Hell in a Cell or like a 3 stages of hell. I don't know that Blade would want to go with Rem that far, because that's right up Rem's. That's in his wheelhouse.
I've been in a steel cage with Blade before. I don't know.
You don't know?
I think Blade would step up his game, honestly.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying Blade would win,
yeah.
but I'm saying that Blade would 100% step up his game.
But that's what Blade said when he was on here. He's like, that's Remington's comfort zone. That's where he plays all the time. Why would he put himself in that position? Well,
Blade's comfortable there too.
that's not what he said.
Oh, I've seen
But-
it firsthand.
Yeah,
He rises to the occasion. You don't be in this business for as long as he has and not be able to handle your own.
No, that's true. But Blade also has more than 10 years on Remington when it comes to age. So he's not as quick. And he doesn't have as much stamina as, say, Remington does. So he's going to have a very strong game plan.
Looked pretty strong last night to me.
Would you shut up?
He's not
saying.
wrong.
It did, but I'm still... You need to stop.
I gotta back my boys. And you're driving that wedge.
I am stating facts.
You are.
You can call me the
instigating.
CIA. I got all the facts.
Nobody believes the CIA. What the fuck? You just admitted you're a fucking liar. Wow.
Okay, let's move on to the Out of Luck Championship between Gavin Bush and Johnny Faith. Johnny was holding the title, and, Gavin was holding the title, and for some reason, sorry, let's go back. Bush won the title, and then
That
for
legacy.
some reason, automatically, Johnny Faith was given another chance for the title
Billy
within
doing Billy
20
things.
minutes. So then Faith and Bush fought. So that gave Bush and Faith 2 fights that night. So then Faith wins the title. And so then Faith, or I'm guessing did Gavin call for this rematch?
I called out Johnny Faith.
Did you?
If he can make his own matches, I'll make my own matches. And here's the thing I know about Johnny: he won't back down from a fight.
And he showed up.
And I told him, and I cut a promo and said he's not fighting the same war, and we proved it last night. He's playing G.I. Joe. He's Cobra Commander out there making mistakes, and
He just doesn't have the
Exactly. And so, we had a game plan and we stuck to it. And
your game plan was all the dastardly deeds.
our game plan was to win by any means
any means necessary.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I've heard that.
Ref didn't see it.
Ref didn't see it. Didn't happen. Because you and Shane, which, by the way, Gavin has gorgeous Gavin Bush on that mirror, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Or does it say just Gavin Bush?
No, I think it says gorgeous Gavin Bush.
Is he going to start selling those? I saw it from across the room and I went, oh, he signed that mirror.
The stuff that we have planned, there'll be some great Gavin Bush and Shane Davis merch coming and some cabinet merch coming.
Oh, man.
It'll be great. So I just,
Are we going to get a fuck the cabinet shirt?
No, it's going to say the cabinet always comes first.
No, I was going to say something very inappropriate, but I'm not going to. So, you and Shane were not hands off when it came to this. Don't you stick up for Dickie.
I'm not sticking up. I'm listening.
You got involved, intertwined, if you will. That cost Johnny Faith his out of luck championship. So now Gavin is the 2-time out of luck champion.
He should not have lost it the first time because that was BS. We were just righting a wrong.
Do you think that Faith is done with y'all?
No, that guy is...
He's relentless.
Yes.
Like, he does not let go.
So a little history of Dick Richards and Johnny Faith. My first wrestling match was against Johnny Faith.
Your very first one?
My very first match.
Oh, boy.
And that led to almost a 1.5 year long feud with Johnny Faith and the Empire.
Wow.
The dude does not stop. Like, we broke his leg, and he didn't stop. As soon as he was healthy, he was back.
Wow.
He doesn't give up. And I know, like I said, he thinks he knows the Dick Richards that he's fighting. He knew the Dick Richards that didn't understand professional wrestling. It is a completely different Dick Richards that he's
evolved.
Dealing with. 100%. I've learned from my mistakes. And yes, I've made mistakes.
You heard it here, folks.
And I will openly admit that. But I won't make it. I don't make the same mistake twice. So
I don't know. It seems like you kind of just keep making the same decisions over and over, hoping for a different result. You know what that's called? Insanity.
I'm not crazy.
Are you sure? Have you been evaluated? I want to see those papers.
They let me out.
Oh.
I know what I'm doing.
I will say I did dig the suit yesterday. Looked good.
And you have lost so much weight that suit is almost too big for you now.
That shirt was bought for a wedding I was in like 3 months before the wedding, and then I dropped like 60 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in the time that I've been gone, I've lost a bunch of weight. And
I noticed last night because your shirt looked like back in the 90s when you tuck it in and you pull it out. I was like, that shirt is really big on him.
I'm going to have to buy a new shirt.
Hey, then you can start telling people that you don't wear the same shirt to the show.
But I
We
do.
obviously didn't.
I don't like shopping. I don't want to go buy multiple shirts.
You have a wife who takes care of your special needs.
Listen, if my wife hates shopping even more than I do.
That's fair, because I can't stand it either. So,
You guys just be thankful I wear clothes, okay?
oh, I'm very thankful you wear clothes.
See?
I've seen you in pictures with a coconut bra. I am
And
thankful.
grass skirt.
And a grass skirt. Well, I think you had something under the grass skirt, to be fair.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't see anything I should not have seen. Well, okay, maybe I did, but I didn't. I did, but I didn't. I shouldn't put this out here. I should cut that whole damn thing.
Nope, leave it. Listen. Young Dick Richards was just a little bit more crazy.
Just
Yeah.
see, he admitted it. He said he wasn't crazy anymore.
They let me out.
Well, not no more.
That was all before. I was
Why
crazy
are
when I was
you
younger.
supporting Dick Richards?
I'm saying exactly what he said. He said he's not crazy anymore.
Okay. You
They
know
let
what?
him out. He said that. They let him out.
Okay. Anyway, I don't even know what to say to you two.
See, I state facts.
You're a fucking liar. You twist the truth a little bit. You're more like a government agent than even the cabinet.
No, I don't trust the government.
Wow, that's not something we need to get into.
So maybe I should be prospecting Jay to be part of the.
I don't know.
cabinet.
You'll have to fight the seventh seal on that.
I have a proven track record, so.
Yay! I don't know that you want to fight me for Jay, Mr. Richards. I don't think you want to do that.
This is gonna get me in trouble. Billy set it up. Dick Richards versus Jackie. I will come out of retirement to fight you. Set it up.
That's gonna be a no hose bar match, my friend.
Did you say no hose?
No
bar?
hose. No hose bar.
That is not what I said. But anyway,
That's what I heard.
That's what I
hose
heard
bar.
too.
You guys are terrible. Yep, no hose. You can't
Yeah.
bring any hose with you.
I won't.
Not
And if
penny
they are, they
hose,
can't be
not
barred.
hose.
I will bring Gavin and Shane. That's all I need.
That's 2 hoes right there. At least one. Anyway, what did you think of that match? I loved the match. I thought it was great. The wedgie he gave that poor kid. Gavin, does he spend all night, like, all these people are giving him the wedgie, which I'm now going to call the bush. Because he got several of them, and specifically recently.
Well, it wasn't in that match he got the wedgie.
Faith gave him a wedgie, grabbed him by his
Did he?
pants.
Not until the end.
Was
when
that
it
only
was
in the
Rumble.
Rumble?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, because
thinking Faith
it
gave
was
him one
actually
when he grabbed him.
Logan that grabbed him.
I was thinking Faith gave him one, but it wasn't on purpose.
I did play tug of war with Gavin, though.
Yeah, they did play tug of war. Remember
Johnny
he was
was
trying
trying
to
to
pull him
You
out.
were trying to pull him out, and then
Yes.
Johnny was trying to pull him in.
you were thinking, oh my God, they're gonna break him in half.
Split him like Gumby. You can just stretch Armstrong. I love that match. I thought it was great. I thought Faith gave it a good effort. I almost said good faith effort, but that sounded terrible. But there was nothing that Faith could have done when it comes to coming out with Shane Sanders, Davis. Sorry. I did the same thing
Yeah.
you do every time, and I never do, and this time I did it. Damn it. Dick Richards and Gavin Bush. There was no way. It was a numbers game, and Johnny, unfortunately, didn't have the numbers.
He didn't do his recon.
Well,
He should have known better.
Yeah, he should have known better. He's had help from before.
everybody else was preoccupied with other
Were
matches
they?
coming. Yeah.
Not at that time.
Remington had just had a match. Logan was in the Rumble. Ray's busy. Who else?
Jose's got a broken neck.
Came on that neck brace.
Listen, Johnny
was
Faith
interesting.
don't want friends. I remember Kargar dragging me out, demanding to be Johnny Faith's partner one time against the Seventh Seal. And Johnny Faith came to me afterwards and had some choice words for me that he did not need anybody. He's a one-man army. He got his battle buddies and G.I. Joes, and
Well,
that's all he needs.
what are battle buddies not people? I thought they were people.
You all are the battle buddies. You fans are his battle buddies. That's all he needs is the fans.
Oh, buddy. If you're going to have a war, ain't no army going in just an army of one. This isn't Rambo. Is that what he is? He's Rambo?
I mean, okay, so I have seen him just clear house with
Well, I mean, yeah.
people by himself. So,
But
sometimes
apparently
it works.
that strategy is no longer working.
He ain't gonna work against me or the cabinet.
And he should already know that because he already went against the Empire. He had to fight the Empire and the Seventh Seal. This is something he should already know.
He's always fought factions on his own. Before the Empire, before I started, there was a faction called the American Way. He took them on by himself.
Yeah. Who keeps putting him in these situations?
Johnny puts
He puts
Johnny in those
himself down.
situations.
Does Johnny make his own matches? Like he goes to Billy and be like, "This is a match I want."
Well, apparently it's how he won the belt, right?
I mean, yeah, because that was odd to lose, and then for Johnny to have the pull to bring Billy out to call 20 minutes later to call and make that match so that he wins the title is very strange.
And Billy's been doing weird stuff.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like, we made a comment, and yes, I know you're going to bring it up, but we made a comment that things kind of went a little different and a little weird since you left, but then you came back and you started doing the same dastardly deeds.
But he's not owner of the company like he was.
He hasn't signed over his half of the company.
I don't own half of the company.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Anyways, can we? I do want to talk about something that happened during this match, and it's a bit more serious.
Mm-hmm.
Fans, it's 2026. Times have changed. Please leave the slurs outside of the arena.
Yeah.
Chants are okay. We love chants. We love a good.
I would say if you're the only one chanting that, though, you and your buddy, it's kind of stupid.
Well, and it's inappropriate, is what it is.
Very.
We have several people in the HCW community that have spent many years fighting against certain aspects in the world. And
What I found even funnier is them chanting that and then cheering for Logan later, who would have not approved.
Yeah, Logan has, I've heard
Not
say
approved.
before on record that, you know, if somebody said those kinds of things to him, he probably would just jump the table and go after him.
Yeah.
You know, there's no place for homophobic slurs in professional wrestling or racist slurs or anything. We're there to have fun and entertain. And if that's the kind of fun that you have, maybe that's not the place for you to be.
Yep.
And I don't want to discourage fans from coming, but
we need them to be
my children were right next to those people.
Oh, wow.
And so, and I've raised my kids to be, open and accepting to everyone, and my kids don't need to hear that.
No.
My nieces and nephews were right there too, and my nephew is 5.
My son was there.
They don't need to hear homophobic slurs. You may think it's funny, and I can brush things off. I don't care. I don't get offended by anything.
You did a very good job.
I made sure to remind them it's 2026 and it's okay to be gay. And so just be respectful to those around you. If you want to be a drunken idiot, go to a concert. Okay, go be stupid somewhere else. We don't need your kind of people there. You can save your $15 and go to a movie. Okay,
leave the crack pipe at home.
So and I don't want to discourage fans from coming, but leave those kinds of things outside of the wrestling, because there's no place for it. And you're going to say something to the wrong person, and it will end up bad for you probably.
Yeah,
you're
and
fortunate you said it to me, and I personally don't care. Like, I don't care what people say to me, but there are people that will take offense to it and might do something about it.
And the way that HCW, specifically the fans is, well, for me and Jay, we're extremely protective of anybody on the other side of that table, and it takes everything for us to not
throw a damn pop can at her fucking head. That's what I felt like I was about to
escort somebody out of the building for their inappropriateness. We have had to call people out before, and that's just something that HCW, we love chants. You can be a dick, but
chant Dickie sucks. I love it.
Yeah, you can be a dick while still being respectful. Like, we're assholes.
Mm-hmm.
We are, but we're never going to insult in an inappropriate, racist, sexist kind of. That is not something HCW is about. That's not what we're about. That's not what we're putting out to the community.
Well, we pride ourselves in being a family-friendly show. Mm. Yes, you'll get a couple of cuss words. You'll get, I flipped Ray off and the ref off. But
we chanted holy shit.
But that's not racist, sexist, or homophobic.
Yeah, but it was part of the story. I've never flipped anybody else off.
Yeah.
I don't cuss out there.
That is true.
Just because I want people to bring their friends and family. We're going to have a show in my hometown.
Yeah.
There are going to be kids that my wife teaches in that crowd. They know that I am a professional wrestler. They have seen me in that school with my kids. And I want them to come and enjoy themselves and be entertained. Because professional wrestling is sports entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Come to be entertained. Not be, worried that the person next to you is going to say something,
Yeah, and I am
offensive.
very sorry. I don't understand where the logic was, because just because a man wears pink does not mean anything. Jay's favorite color is pink. So let's not do this. This is just no disrespect to the fan. I'm hoping it is just a lack of experience in that area because the fan was young. But regardless of everything, if it happens again, you will be talked to in the middle of the show. Guaranteed. Because it wasn't just me and Jay getting upset. Mm-hmm. It was several of us. So we don't need to get security or a wrestler to kind of ask you to tone it down. Chant all you like. You can say Dickie sucks. We say it all the time.
I made shirts.
Yeah.
Say it. I we want you to, boo the bad guys, cheer for the good guys, but in a respectful manner for everyone around. Not just the wrestlers, but for the other fans. Because there are children in the crowd.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say, Dickie, if you ever need to flip off anybody in the crowd, Jack's happy to oblige.
Nobody's going to see it but you when I do it.
When you said that you was going to start giving me shit before the wedding, are you going to try to make everybody think that we're not actually getting married? Is that what the deal is? Like, you're doing a heel turn?
I've been heel turning since before we even played this.
Not even. Do not tell him you're supposed to stand up for me, not throw me under the bus.
I still love you.
I'm gonna train.
It's just funner that way. It's funner when
you're
they
gonna go to Shane Sanders. You're gonna be a train, go toot run,
Davis.
whatever, whatever. I'm mad at you now.
So sorry to get off on a tangent, but it had to be said.
Yeah.
So
no, it had to be addressed, and thank you. So let's go on to the match number 4, which is Helms versus T2G, and that was accompanied by Jose and this neck brace.
You do what you gotta do. I mean,
that cracked me up. That was the best neck brace I've ever seen in my life. Because I went to nursing school, so I'm literally looking at it going, who did that?
Timu paramedics.
That's what I was thinking. It was like, that is a pad and some medical tape. That had to hurt, like be the most uncomfortable neck brace I've ever seen in my life. But he comes out. Oh, that was pretty good.
I almost thought he was going to rip it off and go after Aaron. But
I don't know. That medical tape is pretty hard to rip sometimes. But T2G called for this match to pay Helms back for what he did to Jose, because he put Jose on a shelf. Which, by the way, Jose has toned up quite a bit since the last time we saw him. So good for him. He's looking good. Well, from the shoulders down, he looks great. From the neck up, not so. Like,
he is ugly.
Mainly this area is not looking so fantastic. I didn't say he was ugly. Jose is not an ugly.
I'm going to tell his mom.
No, I'm going to tell his mom you said Jose was ugly.
She already hates me.
No. Yeah, she got some strong feelings for you. Not as strong as her feelings against Handgun Dan, though. She hasn't tried to shank you yet.
Yeah, that's true.
You are lucky. Depends on what you do to her son. So, honestly, this match surprised me. Not that T2G was going to win, because I kind of knew he would, right? But, and he won it through... No, he won legitimately.
Yeah,
rolled
he
him
won
up.
legitimately.
Okay, so, but
Helms
did not destroy him.
No.
He
was
just
going to,
laid
though.
there. Well,
he had that chair. He was going to lay into him, and Jose took that chair away.
True. But afterwards, T2G had him so knocked out or whatever with the 1, 2, 3 that Helms didn't get back up. I figured he'd go back and still drag his ass back to the ring and
do
lay
like he's
waste
been
to
doing
him
to everybody.
like he has been doing, but he did not. It ended right there. T2G with the win made his point.
Well, I think Helms has been distracted with that Arthur A.
Royal
Royal kid. You know, he's that kid in the back is nothing but I hate Helms. I'm coming after Helms.
What is his problem with Helms? Exactly.
It started with Jose. He was a fan of Jose's.
Well, I get that, but even Jose...
And somehow there is no quitting that kid.
No,
we saw him get destroyed in Salina and then still say he wants to go in a street fight. Is that what it was?
I think it's going to be a street fight
with Helms.
No, there's a thing called self-preservation.
He's a wild card.
I understand that, but Helms is Aaron fucking Helms. Yeah. He's got 10 plus years of wrestling experience plus easily 150, 200 pounds on him. He's like 5 feet taller than him. Like, I swear that Arthur A. Royal comes up to his belly button and looks up to Helms. He's a big beast. And I get it. And Arthur has won many matches, two matches out of the Helms.
I believe so, yeah. I believe he's won both matches.
He won through DQ once, and I think he won
count out.
Actually, was it count out?
It was a count out. The one in Salina was a count out.
Okay. But it wasn't a pin.
Yeah. Wasn't a pin.
So,
it's a win, though. It's still a win.
Yeah. So, T2G's got his shit, though, together. Finally. Now that he's no longer focused on Austin Reddick, because Austin is off doing...
Austin's gone.
He's poofed into Colorado.
So I will say for T2G, and he's probably might be the best wrestler on our roster right now. Honestly, the amount that he has improved
as a singles
wrestler, I wouldn't doubt that. You want to talk about who's going to be holding the title. I bet you within 6 months.
Which title?
I don't know.
It's hard to say. Now, he has... How long has they've been split up for a year? Him and Austin. Has it been a year?
Probably getting close to it.
It was just before the fair show, correct?
Yeah.
Just before the fair show. So we're coming pretty close to a year. The improvement that he's made as a singles in that time, amazing. Now, ACFC, fantastic tag team. So to see him outside of that was really hard, but he has made so much improvement. So I don't disagree with you at all. I could see him holding a title. I would have, if you would have asked me, say like a year ago when he first started his singles round, if he was going to beat Aaron Helms, I'd have told you absolutely not. But because Helms has been on this path of destruction and that everything is owned to him, I legitimately thought Helms was going to take it. Well, that T2G would win, but Helms would destroy him, and that didn't happen. T2G got the win, and a clean win. And him and Jose walked off into the sunset. I'm gonna say I want to assume holding hands and skipping.
Sounds about right. That's what we do back there.
Through a field of daisies.
That's
what I'm saying. Yeah. Tiptoe through the window. Wouldn't that be great to see a promo of those two just holding hands, skipping through the park, singing? I think it'd be great.
I mean, they've been friends for a long time. I'm sure they have.
I'm sure. But I think it would just... the sun's got to be in the background glowing through his hair. Yeah. I have to mention his hair because if I don't, somebody will come for me. His glorious hair.
It's not as good as Gavin's.
Okay. You think... Okay. No. You think Gavin's hair is better than T2G's?
There's nobody on the roster whose hair is better than Gavin Bush.
Well, Logan's was.
Hey.
Obviously, he didn't like it.
Yeah, wow.
He decided to go in sync. Bye. Leave him alone. It's fine. He's still one of the most handsome men at HCW.
I didn't say he was ugly. I'm just saying that Gavin's hair is the best hair on the roster.
It's something. Somebody called him a poodle once, and I thought it was great. That's stuck with me ever since.
Listen, the 80s was a great time, okay?
How do you know? You weren't there for most of it. I was.
Sorry, I was only there for 5 years.
See? Look. Go back.
I wasn't an adult in the 80s.
I wasn't an adult in the 80s, so fair,
Sure.
but no, not quite.
Not quite.
I didn't become an adult until... Jesus. Late 90s.
See, I was born in the 70s.
I haven't become an adult yet.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the Helms versus T2G match?
I thought it would have been a little different. I thought the outcome would have been a little different. I'm not saying that, like you said, I thought Helms would have got himself disqualified. I think that's what
If it wasn't for Jose, I think he would have.
Yeah,
because he tried with the chair. And then listening to, was it Josie that was the ref on that one? I think so. You can't use a chair. That's against the rules. He knows that. I don't think he cares. I don't know the name of the new ref.
Jacob.
Yeah, I think it was Jacob.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah. He's a brand new ref.
Skills, trained?
Yeah. He's one of Angel's guys.
Yeah, we saw him earlier in the day. we came up and helped set up the ring.
I know.
Yeah.
It means I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't normally.
Well, he
but-
got told to stop.
Yeah, I
doing
got told to
stuff.
stop by Chance. Chance is like, I appreciate the help, but I need my wrestlers to do shit.
Meanwhile, they stand around and all have burritos and donut. A burrito in one hand, donut in the other, and Jay's over there putting the ring together like, hey.
I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was.
Yeah, but then when it came to taking it down, Jay's like, do I have
I was
to?
tired.
I'm
Yeah, I
tired.
was tired. I
Like,
was
it's a
going
good thing
to,
you're
and then
not
I
a
was like,
wrestler.
man, I am whooped. I woke up too early.
We're
for this
also
shit.
older than
Yeah,
almost
that's
everybody
true.
else, so.
It's past my bedtime.
Exactly.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you real quick get out of there. You're like, I'm done with what I had, all my dastardly deeds. Bye, guys. See ya. What did you did you think that Helms was going to take TTG out?
So, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch the match.
Oh.
I was celebrating Gavin's victory.
You mean spritzing him
Yes.
and holding his mirror?
Yep. Somebody's got to do it. And you can't trust people like you.
I have never done anything dastardly, ever.
Yet.
You have no proof.
Don't believe that.
I have never done anything dastardly that you can prove. Or that he can prove.
That's true. I can't prove it. But I know
Is your
it.
neck broke?
So, what I will say is Helms is a completely different wrestler this year than he was compared to last year.
Exactly.
He was Heartland champion, and then things just didn't go his way, and he's turned things around 180, ready to go. The fact that Tommy beat him, am I surprised? No. Like I said, I think Tommy might be the best wrestler on our roster. Helms will do what it takes to win. I mean, plain and simple. I've got to respect, game respects game. I recognize that he will do what it takes to win, and he has numerous times.
Have you heard that the Seventh Seal, specifically Blade, has been kind of
They want to recruit him.
wanting to recruit Helms? But Helms is not one for
I would
falling
recruit
in line.
Helms to the cabinet if I could. Here's the thing. I don't think Helms doesn't want to be confined. Or, he doesn't.
He wants to do his own thing.
Exactly, because he
As
may
Blade
wake
said,
up
he
and
don't
want to
wanna
be
fall in
nice
line.
someday. Who knows? So
That would be crazy.
who I don't think Helms would join the Seventh Seal, but I don't think Helms would join anyone.
Unless it benefited him.
Well, the last time he trusted someone, he got his head bashed in with a door and lost his title. So
Who is that?
it was his former tag team partner,
one guy-
Eddie Rydell.
Yeah.
Oh,
right
so
on.
that was like
The steel cage match with
Yeah.
Ray and Drake.
crazy. So I don't blame him for not trusting anybody. But Helms is on this different path, but he didn't have that path last night. So it wasn't what I expected. It was a good match. It was a great showing for T2G. Would you want to see it again? Maybe later on
I have to go back and watch it. That's my
Or-
plan, to watch it tomorrow.
to break it down for yourself.
Yeah, I like I said, I came up with Tommy. I mean, he started a week after I did training at the Bears Den. So I keep tabs on him. I mean, I would totally recruit. I've told Gavin, my short list, Tommy's on that for the cabinet.
I think Tommy is too nice to be in your group.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nice lists only last for so long, though. We've seen that.
Yeah, but that was the problem that he had with Austin, or that Austin had with him, is that T2G's not willing to go to those dastardly deeds too. That's why ACFC is no longer the tag team champions and no longer a thing. It's now in the history books, which is very sad to say.
It
It
is.
is so sad. This is probably the most depressing sentence I've ever said.
I still cry in my ACFC shirt every time I pull it out.
That and Only Friends. We've lost so much.
Yes.
And we're back. What is it? Because that comedian, or he was a comedian back in the day, but he used to do the sports commentary. That's how he used to say it. And we're back. You don't remember? Oh,
I don't
I'll
remember.
pull it
I'm
up.
not that old.
You have more gray than both of us, bro.
I've earned my grays.
What was funny is, okay, so I got my hair done, and Katie Lynn comes up, and she goes, I like the little sparkly, like, glittery things in your hair. I was like, the The grays? You like the grays? She's like, yeah, but that's what I call them, sparkly things. I was like, you just added another one.
If I shave my beard, there's not a whole lot of gray here. If I shaved my beard, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
But my wife won't let me shave my beard, so.
She likes a fuzzy man, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I shave mine, it comes back a little more lighter.
A little grayer. You say lighter, like it's coming back blonde.
It's coming back white. I don't have gray hair. I have white hair.
Yeah.
It is white.
That's the native in you, dear.
Yeah.
Sorry. So the fifth match is going to be the tag team titles, which is No Coast Yakuza. Damn, tripping over my words. Versus Native Combat, who said that No Coast had never beat them. Which to be fair, they've never pinned them, but they've had them to where they had them dead to rights, and then Dastardly Deeds, aka Cam Dakota, came out and changed the scenario. So
let's not forget about that fourth man either, the boombox.
The boombox. What do you said is like the 150-pound boombox? It's not even as big as I remember, though.
No, they got a new one. Remember,
Oh.
like Cam told us it used to be the bigger one, and then they found a smaller one.
It's probably lighter.
Yeah.
The big one.
The first
is
one
I
reminded
remember
the
back-
first one they had reminded me of one I had where the speakers came off and everything, and you can.
Yeah, that was
It
high
was
tech shit back in the day, though,
That
bro.
sucker was huge.
I mean, back when it was all I still have mine that I had when I was 10, and that Fargan thing is huge.
I wish I still had mine.
Just imagine walking down the street with that all the time, because we
thing
didn't
was a
have
relic.
headphones. You couldn't afford headphones unless you had the cord that was like 17 miles long. So the tag team titles, but No Coast came out on top and retained their title. But Native Combat and No Coast, that was a hell of a match.
Yeah.
And Cam tried to stay out of it for the majority of the match.
Did he?
I said he tried for the majority. I didn't say he stayed out of it at all.
He almost got caught.
He did. Very close. I'm surprised that the ref didn't throw his ass out. But, you could say that when it comes to another Mr. Richards. Didn't get thrown out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Distraction.
Cam is doing what he has to do for his clients. And he will always put himself on the line. I would never let anybody powerbomb me off the, over the top rope onto people.
I think that's probably a good thing. You don't allow people to do that.
Listen, if God wanted me up in the air, he'd have given me wings.
Exactly. That's why I don't even step on step stools. Like, I was trying to think of entrances for Jay and I for our wedding, and I figured out that I would have Bobby say something about still offensively short. Like when he tells my height is still somewhat offensive and needs a step stool even as an adult. And that's my entrance. You're welcome. So No Coast came out with a viciousness that was really good to see.
Well, they've had that viciousness for a second.
I know, but it's
That's
getting
what's keeping
it's
them on
getting
top right now.
better.
Yeah.
Every match, it's getting better. And of course, then there was the magical third member of No Coast that was Justin. Oh no, I don't know who Justin is. I was trying to figure out who Justin was the whole time.
I think everybody was.
Me and Chance's parents, us and Chance's parents. Who's Justin?
Justin?
I don't fucking know. We looked for the magical Justin. He just never showed. So what do you think of that match?
I think it was exactly what it needed to be. It was a good match. No Coast came on top, which I think is what we predicted, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't predict them to lose their titles.
I love yelling Big Bang Attack.
And you yelled it really
You're
loud.
really loud. I did. You damn right I did.
You yelled it so loud I didn't even hear them say Big Bang Attack. Because you were so excited for that.
I think I even used Vegeta's voice when I did.
I think you
I was
did
like,
too.
Big Bang Attack!
We love us some No Coast.
Yeah.
What did you think, Mr. Richards?
No Coast, they have been together for very long. And they each time they get better and better and better. I know they're tagging like all over the place.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell a huge difference in their chemistry together. So
Yeah.
I think that battle that they had with the Seventh Seal is what made them have to step up their game. And I'm not giving the
we talked about
I'm
this.
not giving the Seventh
You battle
Seal.
the Seventh Seal, you come out a different person.
You do, but I'm not giving them credit for the skill that these other two men have.
Oh no, they had all the skill.
Yeah.
They have all the skill. I mean,
but now they're more solidified, they're more vicious, and they will go to whatever lengths they have to go to win now, and it's good to see. I love to see it. Because for a good long while it was just Christian, not Justin, Christian in, and then finally we get a good hot tag, and Vale comes out, and
like a ball of
at one
frickin'
point
fire.
all four of them are in the match, and I forgot who was the legal man.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was going to be like that. Oh, it was No Coast and who was it?
Angelic Destruction.
Was it? No, where
You
it was
sure?
a double roll up.
Oh,
I can't remember who did the double roll up, but it was one legal man had an illegal man, and the other legal man had an illegal man, and each team got pinned. I think it was No Coast versus
Angelic Destruction.
Native Combat.
Yeah, maybe.
So that was where it got a little questionable. But so No Coast comes out and retains their title and reminds everyone that this was not a one-off. This is why they are on the top of the mountain. Does the cabinet have aspirations to face the Yakuza?
No.
You don't want titles?
We have two singles wrestlers.
Oh, so they're not a tag team.
No, I am looking at tag teams.
Oh, so you're wanting to expand the cabinet
said that.
Gavin wants to expand the cabinet.
with a tag team, or to bring in a tag team.
Potentially.
No
Listen,
Coast, don't join the cabinet.
I want the only way I can hold only way the cabinet can hold all the titles
You had a Dickie slip.
is if we have a tag team, we need a female wrestler.
That would be a good idea.
So I'm actively recruiting. Listen, I would love to get No Coast, and Morgan LeVay has some sort of connection with them.
Mm-hmm.
Love to have all three of them. All three talented wrestlers.
I am not going to support that. I'm sorry. Nope. I'm not. They are great wrestlers, but I don't want them to be part of your cabinet.
That's okay.
At all. Morgan, don't listen to him. You can do better on your own than you can with a dick in your corner. Morgan has proved she don't need dick.
Nobody needs dick. And everybody wants dick.
I'm not going to say shit. It was a great match.
It was a very good match. They both two very talented tag teams. That's the best I've seen Native Combat to date.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
Very, very good tag team.
That was a fast-paced, hard-hitting, but a lot of really skilled moves was displayed during this match. So I
will say Billy the Kid gets some very, very high height when he does that frog splash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and is Neo Genesis looks like he shrunk down. Like he looks like he's lost quite a bit of weight. Like he's a skinny little dude now. Not little dude, but skinnier.
Yeah.
So I think they are taking their training to a different level. I don't know what Cam has them doing, or whether they're all together just trying to focus so that they're more dominant as a tag team. Because I know Native Combat wrestles everywhere. A lot in Oklahoma. I know they were down in Texas. And somewhere else, like they're all over. So now that we've seen that a few times, they put on those two, Native Combat versus No Coast, put on such a good show together.
Mm-hmm.
I could watch that over and over again.
Yep.
It was enjoyable. But No Coast wins.
Mm-hmm.
Don't join the cabinet.
Don't listen to her.
Don't join it. You're your own. Get Remington back in.
Bring Remington with you.
Remington doesn't want to be part of the cabinet. Nah, he'll be a Yakuza, but he will not be a cabinet.
We'll do a crossover,
Like an
one-time thing, grouping.
It'd be like Looney Tunes and Disney combined in a weird way.
Yep.
Cabinet Yakuza.
Japanese cabinets. Yes. So that leads to the very next match, which is the HCW title, which is Kit Reaver versus Chance Kerrigan for the heavy. Well, it's the Heartland title, but everybody calls it the heavyweight title. And I thought that this match was just as good as the Independence title match, in my personal opinion. I love Kit Reaver, and for a minute, it almost looked like Kit was gonna fucking take the title.
I actually thought he had the match won at one point.
That was crazy how close that was.
He came out just right off the bat, the stomp, and then the off the top rope double stomp, and Chance wasn't ready.
Well, Chance said he was going to win that match in 10 seconds.
Yeah, we counted.
Yeah, we counted. That match
not
lasted way longer than 10 seconds.
What was funny is Kit beating Chance for Chance's dad and his mom.
Yeah, this is for your dad. This is for your mom. This is for your dad's birthday.
And his dad was like, "No, do it one more time." I was like, wait, what? Because Chance dissed his own mother. He went and high-fived his dad, and
He's like, no,
and walked away. And Chance's dad turns to me and goes, "Well, it's not Mother's Day anymore." And I was like, what the fuck? Sitting there saying that my son he's a good boy. That's what, no wrestler ever wants to hear his mom go, "Yes, he's a good boy."
I can appreciate that Kit likes to try to play mind games with everyone. When he came out to Chance's old intro music.
Yep. And wearing the Hawaiian shirt. And rolling with it, which is great. My son was not ready for that, by the way. He's very, so he was drawing the whole time. He's got ADHD, and so he's like kind of in his own little world. He wants to be there, but he's also multi-focused. Yep. So he's drawing, and Kit's standing right there. He's going, "Oh, okay." It's like, I tried to warn you. And then taking his shirt and like rubbing it in different places, blew his nose, stuck it in his back, and then Chance wiped his face with it.
Kit threw it at Chance, and it landed perfectly on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing. Those two put on a hell of a show.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, I thought Kit was gonna pull it out for a minute. It was the strangest thing. That one really pulled at all of your heartstrings. Even though boo Chance, it's still you still don't necessarily want to see Chance drop his title, but if he's going to drop his title, you want it to be in a battle like that, to where it's an actual battle. And I wouldn't mind seeing Kit hold the title. I wouldn't mind that at all. Kit is a hell of a wrestler. He's extremely skilled. Always a grand time. He's my favorite bald man. Bald white man, should say it that way.
Just to lose that
I was about
BD.
to say, you just dissed Ray so hard.
You're right.
Like I said, he's my favorite bald white man. Ray's not gonna be bald for very much longer. He's gonna grow that shit again, and if not, we'll put a wig on his ass.
I got pictures of Ray with hair. It's hilarious. Seeing him now versus back then.
Oh, completely.
Does he actually
different.
have curly hair?
Huh?
Does he actually have curly hair?
Yeah.
Oh
Does
my
he
God.
really? Legitimately?
Yep.
Wow.
No, he never grew it very long. It was still short, but yeah.
Is it like Jose Curly?
He never got it that long.
Oh.
So he always kept it still fairly short, but yeah, it was kind of curly.
This should be an interesting year. I look forward to what is going to come. What did anything else to say about that match?
Well, like I said before, it's kind of hard to bet against Chance Kerrigan right now.
I mean, he held the other title for 2.5 years.
And now he's a totally different person. And
Shut up! Stop it!
and
You
I'm
don't
just
need to
saying,
go there. Just move on.
I'm just saying, you know, the way he is now, I feel like he's even more more.
Now he don't give a shit.
Well, it's not that. It's his focus is more in tune.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Before.
Well, so I think that Chance is the best kept secret in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
He's extremely talented. Again, you know, I've worked with him in other promotions, and like I said, he's so talented. And he's so entertaining.
Whether he wants to be or not.
Yeah. So just he's fun to watch. You never know what he's going to do.
Yeah, exactly. His dad, he was for some reason very focused on me last night. And he said, I don't even remember what he did, but his dad turns to me and goes, well, that seemed very personal. I was like, apparently it is. I don't know why he's just wrestling for me today, but every time he spit, I felt like he meant it for me, but he couldn't get it that far over the table.
But yeah, they had a great match. Kit is phenomenal. When I first started, Kit was feuding with Drake and shortly won the heavyweight title at XWE, and
wow.
So unfortunately, he decided to come back and try to pick on me and Hector. But you know, I gotta respect him. He's a phenomenal wrestler.
Kit's one of those that he kind of walks that fine line between face and heel. Because he's not necessarily a face, but he's not necessarily a heel. He is very much kind of an anti-hero, almost. Like, he will stand up for injustice, but at the same time...
He'll do what he's got to do.
Depends on what his goal is at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And who he's backing.
I saw a little scar from the Lego that he stomped me through.
Forgot about the Lego. Kit loves Legos. That's his favorite thing.
I don't blame him.
They're fun. We've got many a Kit Lego. Probably actually have some in here from from probably that match. Actually, I think it was the one. It's over there somewhere.
Maybe some of my blood's on it.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Jordan got ones that were damaged, but we didn't. Ours were perfectly intact. I think that was great. I'd love to watch that match again. I would love to watch Kit and Chance again. I think those two worked really, really well together. And anytime those two are out, the crowd is always behind them. I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do. I think it was a good time.
Very good.
But Chance retained his title. And I don't think it was necessarily that. I think Chance just had the upper hand on this one. He just happened to have a better night than Kit. I don't know how to put it. Like, he just happened to win. It wasn't that Kit wasn't as good as Chance. It just played out in Chance's favor.
Especially after the stomp and the
him stomping him and then Chance screaming in the corner was great. But that leads. Go ahead.
Chance did do what he had to do to win and hit Kit with his belt. So.
That's true. And running around trying to find his belt was funny. And then Mindy coming out and bringing him his title so that he could hit him. But it didn't happen. The ref didn't see it. So, whatever.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, they
did disqualification.
Yep.
Was it a DQ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So technically Kit won anyway.
Yeah.
Because Chance got DQ'd.
Yes.
But anyway, it doesn't matter because Kit wasn't going to lose his title.
You mean Chance?
Yep.
Chance wasn't going to lose his title. Because if he got DQ'd...
He gets to keep the title.
He keeps the title. Even with a count out.
Mm-hmm.
So, either way, it works out in his
Chance
favor.
stayed champion, the Independence champion, for so long because he knows what he's doing. Now he just doesn't care what people think.
Yeah.
He's going to keep that title for a long, long time, I guarantee you.
Yep. And, well, probably. Unless somebody just outsmarts him.
And there's only one person I can think of that could do that. So,
Next
Gavin?
question. Next question.
Okay, so the next match is a 30-man rumble for the number one contendership for the Heartland title. And this was crazy. It was probably one of our better rumbles, to be fair. And so Logan, like two months ago, was already determined that Logan was going to be number one to enter the Rumble, and he had to outlast all 30 men, which is a terrible spot to be in. But it was Logan was first, then Ray, then Paradox, then Shane Davis, then Morningstar, then Gavin comes out, and Dickie's out there with Gavin, and then all of a sudden you hear Dickie is entering in the Rumble, and he's like, oh, I'm retired. I'm retired from in-ring competition. Who put me in that match? Who put you in that match?
It's probably Billy. I'm going to sue him for his half of the company.
I will say, though, we were a little shocked when Ray kind of protected you. Wouldn't let people touch you.
Ray didn't protect Dickie because of
We
Dickie.
know that now.
It was a shock to see him like, nah, leave Dickie alone. But
Ray and I have an understanding. I leave him alone, he won't hurt me. That we have an understanding.
For now.
We have an understanding.
For now.
He sure didn't feel that way when Johnny came out, though, next.
Somebody threw himself out.
They both
Listen,
did.
I eliminated more people than some of the people did in that match.
How many did you eliminate?
One.
Well, technically, I would say 2 because Johnny Faith eliminated himself coming after you. So that was kind of your doing as well.
I thought he eliminated himself going after Gavin.
No, he jumped out and then he jumped out after him.
Oh, okay. Which is great.
Like, he
by
came
the way.
after you.
Yeah, I don't know. Johnny just needs to stop. Like, I don't understand why people think that beating up a manager makes them look tough.
You have a punchable face.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
I know.
I've had a lot of fans tell me that.
So Johnny comes out after Dick is in the match and is like, I don't want to be. I'm retired.
Listen, I didn't throw a punch, nothing. I tried to stay away from everyone.
You did. And you were protected
I
by
could have
Ray.
kicked Morningstar while he was down, and I didn't. I went and I just...
It's true. And then Johnny comes out, so you eliminate yourself. Johnny eliminates himself, and you guys go off into the sunset. So then Neo Genesis comes out, followed by Mitch Onyx. Then it had it written down as Belton.
I think it's Dalton.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, I can't read other people's handwriting sometimes, so it looked like Belton. I didn't know who that was. So if it was Dalton, great.
I believe his name is Dalton.
And
the
then,
dude from the Outlaws, the Texas Outlaws. Is that who that was?
I'm not for sure. He
the dark hair.
Yeah, the redhead dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe his name is Dalton.
Then Billy the Kid came out. Then Kid Rux came out. Cam the Coda came out in sparkly gear. Then Malik Mayfield came out, which was great.
He got kidnapped at the last show.
I saw that. Shoved
him
in a trunk.
Yeah.
But he came out. And then a guy named Bang Bang Bennett came out after Malik. And then Dale Reeves, Nathan Bourne, Arthur A. Royal,
Aiden Roach.
Aiden Roach, Morgan LeVay, Jarvis
Jefferson.
Are you related? Do y'all? That sounds like a family thing. Like Jarvis
I
Jefferson.
thought it was Jarvis.
Oh yeah, it is Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Yeah. It's pirate.
It's the
Well,
pirate.
that
I
was
don't-
not written that way.
I don't have pirate speak.
Oh, Jarvis Jefferson.
Jarvis.
Yeah.
Ah, the pirate. Yes. And then
And
that
the
came
beach balls.
the beach balls. I brought one home. And then people were beating each other with beach balls, which was a grand time. Bruisador comes out. T2G came out. Colton Kinnaman came out. Then Hector De Oro comes out. Then Kane Carter. Then CJ Spade and Michael Maverick. So a lot of these names were HCW debuts. Students down at UWO who came up and decided to show HCW what they have. A lot of them did a really grand job. And what was funny was a lot of one of the people that was sitting behind me go, why are they all so skinny? I don't know. They just were. There was a lot of really skinny guys. It's a fad now.
Well, hey, they're young, and if they're just starting, they're probably trying to do everything they can to pack the muscle on. It just takes time.
Some of them are young.
Yeah,
some of them are not so
sometimes that
much.
muscle's hard to get a hold of too. I
Yeah.
mean, I had a friend who ate for days. Zach. He ate and ate and ate, and he can only stay at 155 pounds.
He was
And it
also
pissed
only
him
5'5".
off. But that dude had a metabolism that burned like.
He was always moving.
Yeah, he wouldn't slow the fuck down.
But the way you said that was like you were trying to buy muscles.
No, it kind of was. I mean, like you'd seen him eat a whole loaf of bread with butter on it.
Lots of peanut butter.
Still wouldn't get big.
Yeah, I know. He had good sized muscles. He just wanted to be a big guy.
Yeah, he wanted to be
was
bigger.
not a big guy. So and just like
He'd go out there
Gavin,
with the curl bar and just curl
it's
all day
really
long.
hard for gains.
Yeah.
It is so, especially because Gavin has such a high metabolism. Even though he's not like, he is high energy, but I wouldn't say like an ADHD constantly have to move, because he can kind of sit and chill a little bit, but it's hard for him. He's working on it though.
Yeah, they all are. You know, I know there's a few guys in the locker room that give a lot of advice for workouts, eating plans, and stuff. Remington, I know. I mean, you look at him. I know he's helped a lot of guys put on weight and stuff.
He would be a guy I would ask for sure. Like, what proteins, what are you sitting at? Yeah, if you want to get those gains on. But, you know, from the time we first saw Gavin till now, the first time it looked like his chest was going to cave in. Like, he was as small as Aiden Roach. Or not, well, maybe not Aiden. What is that other kid's name?
Kid Rux.
Kid Rux. Gavin was as small as Kid Rux when we first saw him. And he's not that small anymore. Now he's not big, but he just turned 21.
Yeah.
Now when he's in his mid-20s, I think we'll see him start getting those gains. And he just now got a mustache. Just now. You can see it from somewhat of a distance. He's working on it. I'm going to get him some Rogaine, you know, like combing stuff. Just comb it in darker and like I do my eyebrows because you can't see those fuckers either. That was a great Rumble. There was a lot of dastardly deeds. But the final four was Kane Carter,
Ray
Leon, Logan Knight, and who was the other one?
Who was the other one?
Was it Colton?
Paradox?
No.
Was it Colt?
Colton wasn't in it, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yeah, he did come out. He must have replaced somebody.
Oh, no, there he is right there.
No, it wasn't Colton. I thought it was Paradox.
Maybe it was Paradox.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
It was Paradox.
Yeah, it was Paradox.
So it ends up, who threw out Paradox?
Kane did.
Kane. So then, who threw out Kane? Ray. So then it was left with Ray and Logan. And in my predictions, I said Logan was going to take this. Unless Aaron Helms entered. But Aaron Helms did not enter. So then Ray and Logan go at it. And by the way, the veracity that Logan has now is amazing. He said, this is my time. I'm going after this. And they went at it for a good long while. But in the end, Logan did a brainbuster on the side of the square thing, fucking shit, ring. Thank you, and ends up throwing Ray out. And
So I don't know if you saw what he did, but he bit Ray.
I saw that.
Drake Gallows style.
Like I said, it was a veracity.
And then did Drake Gallows pile driver.
Yeah, he did the. That's how he did it.
It wasn't
used
for the-
Drake's
Because I remember I
moves to
told you,
win.
I was like, that was either an ode or a
You
message.
know, he also said, and I don't know if he meant for anybody to hear it, but when he won, Logan won, he said, "Thank you, Drake." But I don't know that he said it out loud for everybody to hear. I heard it.
Yeah, but yeah, he used Drake's stuff
The
to
emo
win.
killer.
It's been working for Drake for how
Yeah.
long? And Drake trained Logan Knight,
Mhm.
and he has given him the credit for a very long time. That I think it just shows that those two are nowhere near done with each other. I don't know that they ever will. Even though, you know, we didn't see. I thought Drake was going to come in this.
Well, I don't know. I haven't dug too deep into it, but Drake on social media said he's done.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I mean, from what I can tell, he's just done. He's
Like done wrestling, though, right?
Yeah, just done. He's sick of it. So
I saw that, but I didn't dig into. because I see little posts,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't dug into is this where it goes, what it fits with, what's the cause, or bad guys do bad things. I get it, but is he done for the summer? Is he done for the season? Like Drake says, when he's ready to take a break or when he's ready to walk away, he's just gonna fucking do it because he wants to live a good life. He's got kids. He's got other things to fucking do. This is something he's doing for fun. This is not the only thing he has going on. So if he is, craziness, right? Because Drake's been wrestling just as long as Blade has. Actually, yeah, just as long as Blade. So if Drake left, that would be nuts. But Logan wins, so he is the number one contender to go against Chance Kerrigan, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Which we
saw in Salina.
Yeah, but I think I would make, because so we're gonna see it again, but I think I would make. I don't know that this will be a normal match. Since it's a second time, do you think it'll be just a straight normal match, or you think we're gonna have a street fight or a title on a pole? You think it's gonna be a Hell in a Cell?
Some kind of stipulation.
That's what I'm saying. Some kind of stipulation so that it's fair and square. Because
those two 1-on-1 in a ladder match.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think it'll be just a straight match? Since it's the second time, I don't know that it would be. The first one was, but there was dastardly deeds done.
Yeah.
So in order for it to be somewhat of a clean title win, I could see Billy saying there's some stipulations to the match. I could see Logan going, fuck it, let's do it. We ball. Logan be like, well, we just have a street fucking fight, and Logan's bringing all the kendo sticks and all the chairs, and we all know that Chance is not above bringing weapons when he needs to, and he can take all the hits. Because we've seen him being left in a bloody mess and still win. Mm-hmm. But do we want to see that? Is that something HCW wants to see? Do you want to see Logan Knight go to that level of viciousness?
He's gone to the level.
To get the title?
He did it to Drake.
Not because he wanted to. Drake made him.
And he's going to do what he has to do to get that title if he wants it. Because we know what Chance will do.
We haven't seen Logan in a bloody mess. Well, no, that's not true. We have. We have. I don't know how the HCW universe is going to feel about seeing Logan, one of the most beloved HCW wrestlers, have to go to those levels. I don't know. And on a cage match, that would be crazy. Or even a ladder match. A ladder match would be insane. Almost like, what was that one, Kane Carter versus, it was like a flagpole match.
Oh, Dutch.
Dutch, yeah.
Yeah, flag match.
It wasn't for a title, but I could see something like that. Like it's not capture the flag, but that's kind of how I saw it.
Yeah.
But I could see him doing something to that effect. I don't know that I want to see that match. I think it's going to be vicious. I think I'm going to end up crying by the end of it.
Maybe they'll have a 9mm on a pole match, and that's how I get shot.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
Jarvis brings pistols.
Yeah.
He has flintlock pistols.
He says something about having a cannon. A cannon.
I was actually excited to see him when he came out. I love pirates. I'm a big pirate fan,
Yeah. Well, the baseball team, all
I saw the
the
sign by the door that
too.
says "Dead Men Tell No Tales."
All those, there on my stereo, those are all pirate flags over.
I have been
over
learning
everything.
sea shanties so that one of these days when we actually take a vacation, we're going to drink rum on the beach and just sing. He doesn't want to go in the water,
No.
but he will sing sea shanties.
I want to. So, I have a friend that works at the airport, and he's talked to me before about flying me to Puerto Rico.
Well, now that you have a wife, you're not going by your bitch ass self.
So I told her, maybe we can talk him into getting us some tickets to Puerto Rico. don't get a hotel room. We'll just go out, stick one of our pirate flags on the beach, start a fire, and sit out there, drink rum, and sing shanties all night.
Except for I am a white bitch. Like, I'm a glow-in-the-dark bitch. You better find some
get you
bitch-ass shade.
Sunscreen.
I don't even wear it. It's like, look, if he's like, no hotel, I'm going to be dead. We're also old, and we need naps and free continental breakfasts.
I can nap on the beach. We'll just pull it back when the tide rolls in.
Oh, wow. You have a whole different point of view on life than I do. I like a comfortable bed. I ain't sleeping in the sand.
Oh,
I don't go camping.
You don't do outdoors?
No.
Really?
No, I'm pasty white. I won't be outside.
You don't tan at all?
No, I burn.
Oh, see, I don't.
It's either white or red.
Oh, no.
Nowhere in between.
I can be outside all day long and not get any sun.
Oh no, I'll be a
I
lobster.
burn on cloudy days. That's when I burn. I burn once a year, and after that, it's just getting darker and darker.
Yeah, I just get dark.
You just get dark. Shut up. Your Native American skin there. Golden. Just dark and crispy.
I like to call it a brown olive color.
Interesting take. So that was the show last night. It was a great show. It was a great time. So that leads to June 5th. June 5th is the Mulvane show, correct? And that's the same time, right? It starts, doors open at 5.
I believe so.
And then to get tickets to the June 5th show, it's on HCW's website, or website and Facebook, correct?
I think so.
I
The
believe
link,
so.
I think the link is on Facebook.
Yeah. So that's June 5th at the Mulvane Rec.
At the Mulvane Rec Center.
Mulvane Rec Center.
And everybody should come. It's my hometown.
Embarrass Dickie in his hometown.
Yes, come boo me in my hometown. So
just leave the homophobic and racist shit at home.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
come boo me though. And yeah, I'm super excited to work a show in my hometown.
It should be fun. And if it's a good showing, maybe it'll be out. And then the 6th, you guys will be all at the
McConnell.
McConnell. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Comic-Con. Jesus Christ. That's a closed event, so wrestlers, I mean, you can't buy tickets to it unless you are military.
Yeah, if you have access to get onto the base, you'll be able to come to the show. So I don't know if they're recording it or not.
I don't think they can.
So,
From what I understand, I don't think they can.
But it will be, if you can go, I think it'll be a great show. We've been there the past 2 years, just talking to people and stuff, and this is the first year we actually get to work a show on the base.
I think it'll be a good time for you guys. And then that will lead to June 19th. 19th?
Yes. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday in Salina. So usually we have Saturday shows, but there was a scheduling conflict, so it's going to be June 19th, which we actually took the day off of work so we can drive to Salina to go to the show. And then June, the very next weekend,
27th.
the
27th.
We're back at Osage.
Back at Osage. Yep. So go to HCW Heartland Championship Wrestling's Facebook, HCW Live 23 for all their other socials, and it's Heartland Championship Wrestling online to follow schedules, to buy tickets to upcoming events. There are some articles on the online page about storylines if you want to catch up. Go to the YouTube and you can watch the old shows. They stream them live, so the show is already up. The only thing that's not on there is the VIP.
Yep.
That is added quite a bit later. Do you have socials you want to plug?
Yeah, so Richard Richards on Facebook. I have an Instagram. I have no idea how to use it. I'm terrible with anything but Facebook. I had like one of the very first Facebook accounts created like 20 years ago.
Same.
And, but I'm
switched over from MySpace to the Facebooks.
We need to go back to MySpace. I want to rank my friends.
Yeah, right.
Not only that, but I want my playlist back, Bo.
Yeah, right.
Bring it back.
Yeah, but I'm pretty active on Facebook.
He talks a lot of shit.
I do talk a lot of shit. It's my thing. So.
And that's just, is that Richard Richards?
No, just Richard Richards.
Richard Richards. Okay.
So.
And then you can follow Tag and Bag 'em on all our socials except for Instagram, which is under my name. Like, follow, share, comment, criticize. You know you love to do it. We've actually had, so our numbers have jumped up even more.
They'll go up more with me being on the show.
I'm hoping so. because people are going to just have booing things to say.
They're going to boo the screen while they listen.
I'm going to get like a lot of negative comments on Facebook, and YouTube's going to be like, oh, they really don't like you. It's not me. It's not me. It is me.
It's all the fake
you.
accounts she'll make.
I should make separate fake accounts. Be like, this is the best podcast. I don't have that much time, buddy.
Or energy.
Or energy. I'll be asleep within 2 hours. Thank you, Mr. Richards.
Yeah. Don't forget, you can also check out Dickie not wrestling in WWX.
Can I plug some WWX stuff?
Absolutely.
Because it's kind of important.
Yeah, no.
So on June 13th in Larned, we're having a show. It's Flex does a lot of shows that are Body Slam on Cancer, raising funds for various people that have been affected by cancer. This show, one of the refs, her sister Caitlin, we're raising the money for.
Oh, okay.
Come check us out, or very least, they have started streaming all the shows with commentary. So,
what are they streaming on?
It's on. It'll be on Facebook.
Okay.
Most of their social media is Facebook related. So, go. If you can, if nothing else, go check out the live stream. A lot of wrestlers that you've seen in HCW a time or two. I think Blade's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there defending my tag team titles with my partner Joey Gambino.
Blade's fighting
Ledger.
Yep. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Is Flex fighting
a guy named Joe Helms? He's a big dude. I've seen him wrestle before.
Joe Helms?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's a big guy.
Maybe
is he big as like Blade big or?
Yeah, I mean he's a big dude.
Really?
So.
And this is World Wrestling Express.
Yes.
And they don't do just shows in Larned. They also go to
Scott City, Hoisington,
Leavenworth.
No, we've done Scott City. We'll be in Russell on July 3rd, which I think is also another Body Slam on Cancer. Like the next, the June, July, and August shows are all going to be Body Slam on Cancer shows to raise money for cancer patients. So,
yeah. Flex loves to do stuff for his own community.
He does. He's so a little personal note on my side. Earlier this year, my mother-in-law passed away from cancer, and Flex reached out to me immediately, wanted to do a Body Slam on Cancer for her. Unfortunately, her cancer progressed quickly, and she passed away very quickly. But he reached out to me immediately and said he wanted to do a show for her. And he's got a big heart, very giving. And the WWX locker room is very much on board with that philosophy and giving back to our communities.
He just doesn't show that kind of heart when he comes to HCW. He shows the other side
when it comes to us.
Oh, well, that's
especially
true.
Me.
Yeah, you. He wished Jay a happy Mother's Day.
That's nice of him. I forgot to wish you a happy Mother's Day. I am sorry.
Blade's got it out for you too. Don't make me give him $350 fake dollars.
We got those from Dick Richards the first time.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
I bet.
It knocked the wind out of me falling off. I had a bruise on my elbow for weeks.
Oh.
I remember that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking the time out of your Sunday. We were going to have you back to check in on your progress of the cabinet and to see how this plan of y'all's works out.
Well, I think when you do, we need to pack as many cabinet members in here as possible. Get Gavin and Shane.
That's a lot of egos in one room.
Okay. I don't see the problem here.
I'll leave the room.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Just do it with him.
Yeah, because he knows how to run all the things.
It's buttons and a computer.
Do you know him?
We'll call it the ego show.
Just AI it or whatever.
AI
Dear
it.
Chat GPT, how do I run this thing? And if Jackie can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh!
I'm sure I can do it. I just don't know her password to get on her computer.
Exactly.
We'll find somebody that can hack it.
No.
My son likes computers. He can figure it out.
Good luck. Kicking me out of my own house.
No, just out of the room.
Yeah, just out of the room.
The fact that you're fucking supporting this is terrible.
Heel.
Heel turns are the best.
Not against your spouse, and
You're
not
welcome.
if you like to live for very
You're
long.
welcome.
Wow. You're lucky we're ending this. All right. I'm telling Blade you turned on him.
When did I do that?
Just now.
You lie like
You
a
grabbed
motherfucker.
No mothers have been entered into this scenario.
Not yet, anyway.
What? All right. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
See ya.